Hello, hello, hello. Okay, people watching at home, is the audio video clear? Hi guys. Quick, everyone. Chalo. Everyone in your chart book. Everyone in your chart book. Quickly come to your chart book, everyone. People watching at home. Hi guys. Hi. Hi. Clear. Audio video is clear. Everyone watching at home, audio video is clear to all of you. Clear, sir. People over here. Chalo, we'll start. Did you guys do question answers at home from the chapter which we learned yesterday? Chumma, you guys are telling or you actually did? You guys actually did? Chumma telling, correct, no? Okay, people, how many of you did question answers? People who did, very good. People who did not do, please do. Please do. It is very important to do question answers. Please do question answers. Chalo, we'll be going ahead and now starting with the next chapter. Please come to your chart book, everyone. We'll start with the next chapter. Let's go ahead and now start with the next chapter. The next chapter is payment of tax. Everyone, please come to your chart book. Payment of taxes. Please come to your chart book. Payment of tax. Chalo, let's take a quick linking and then we'll go ahead. We started learning GST with what, everyone? Goods or service. Goods or service has to be supplied. Supply can be either interstate supply or it can be intrastate. Interstate, what will be levied? IGST. Intra, what will be levied? Once GST is levied, GST has to be collected and paid by a taxable person. How will he collect? How will he pay? He will calculate. And GST is equal to what, everyone? Value of supply into rate of tax. Once you know the GST amount, you will go ahead and ask to the person and the person will tell you, please give me a tax invoice. So the next step will come tax invoice, credit note and debit note. And then, sir, all this I will maintain in my accounts and records and I'll send the goods to the other person with the help of e-way bill. Now, once you send the goods, your liability will come. Your liability to pay the GST will come. And liability comes at the time of supply. For an example, your liability is 1000 rupees. You will go ahead and use your input tax credit. Yes, everyone. For an example, I have input tax credit which is appearing in my GSTR to be 500 rupees. Then remaining amount, I will have to go ahead and make the payment. Sir, how much will I make the payment? 500 rupees is the remaining amount which I'll have to go ahead and pay. Are we clear, everyone? So today we are going to talk about payment of tax. Please come to your chart book. Payment of tax. Everyone over here now. Payment of tax, people, it starts with that whenever a person takes registration, either you become liable. Where do you become liable, everyone? Section number 22 or section number 24, or you voluntarily take registration on the gst.gov.in. Portal opens 3 accounts for you. What are the 3 accounts, everyone? E-liability ledger, E-credit ledger and E-cash ledger. So if I go ahead and tell you what are the 3 accounts being opened for a person, one is known as E-liability ledger, one is E-credit ledger and one is E-cash ledger. What happens in the liability ledger? Listen to me very carefully. You went ahead and told people over here, you went ahead and told in your GSTR 3B, when you are filing your GSTR 3B, you went ahead and told in your GSTR 3B that my liability is 10,000 rupees which I have collected. My output liability is how much? 10,000. That will come and sit in your E-liability ledger. Are we clear, everyone? Now, when you are filing your GSTR 3B, you can also go ahead and claim the credit which is appearing in your GSTR 2B. Do you remember, everyone? If you go ahead and say that my credit which is there when you are filing your GSTR 3B, if you go ahead and say supposingly that in my GSTR 2B the credit appearing is 5,000, that 5,000 which you self-assess will come and sit in your E-credit ledger. So when you are filing your GSTR 3B, you told your liability is 10,000, it will come in your liability ledger. You told my credit which is appearing in GSTR 2B, which I am eligible to take, is 5,000, it will come in your credit ledger. Now you will go ahead and use it to make the payment. Yes, everyone. You set off remaining amount is how much, everyone? 5,000. You have to deposit in your e-cash ledger 5,000 rupees and use this 5,000 to pay your balance liability. Are we clear, everyone? So whatever is your liability comes in the liability ledger. Whatever is the credit, that will come in the e-credit ledger. From the e-credit ledger, you will use it to make the payment of your output tax liability, and remaining amount, what will you do? You will deposit in your e-cash ledger, use it to pay your liability, and now you will go ahead and file your GSTR 3B. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead to people over here? So what is the e-liability ledger? E-liability ledger over here is what? First of all, whatever amount you are liable to pay against TILO. What is TILO? People, you remember like this. One is TIPLO over here. TIPLO. T means what, everyone? Tax, interest, penalty, late fee, or any other amount. Tax means whatever GST is payable. Interest means if you have delayed, then you have to pay interest. Delay payment of tax, you have to pay interest. Penalty is for what? Anything if you do wrong, you have to pay penalty. Late fee is for what, everyone? Late filing of return. And then any other amount if you have to pay, that is known as other amounts. Okay, everyone? So here what they are telling is, if you are going ahead and you have any amount which is payable toward tax, interest, late fee, or any other amount, as per your return, which return? GSTR 3B, that will be debited in the e-liability ledger. Any amount of tax, interest, penalty, or any other amount payable as determined by the proper officer in any proceeding. Might be officer went ahead and found out that you have not paid some taxes, and officer gave you one demand order, one love letter saying this much is the amount to be paid by you. That amount will also come and sit over here. Might be in the last month you missed paying something. Are we clear? And that amount you want to pay now, that is also, if you have ascertained any amount, that will also come and sit over here. So what? First of all, tell me one thing. In your liability ledger, what are the amount that will come? One is whatever you have assessed in your return. Secondly, whatever officer have gone ahead and found out that you have not paid, that also will come and sit in your e-liability ledger. Are we clear, everyone? One is you are only telling this much I have to pay. One is the officer has given the demand order. Now, or people, if you don't go ahead and pay your amount on time, then there will be interest also. That interest also will come in your e-liability ledger. People, tell me one thing. What are the three ledgers that the portal opens for you immediately? E-liability ledger, E-credit ledger, and E-cash ledger. Liability ledger will have one debit, one credit, debit. Ledger, no, everyone. So one debit, one credit. Now, whenever you say self-assess, you told in your return, I am liable to pay 10,000, that will come here. Officer gave you a demand order 5,000, that will also come over here. You did not make the payment on time, you have to pay some interest. For an example, 5,000, that will also come over here. So what is your total liability? 20,000. Now you filed your GSTR 3B. When you were filing, you told my input tax credit, which is appearing in my GSTR 2B, is supposingly 10,000. So that will, whatever you self-assess and ask in your GSTR 3B, that will also come over here. What will you do with this? You will use it. So you will write over here, I am transferring to e-liability ledger. How much? 10,000. This will become 0 and this amount will come over here. How much more do you need? 10,000. So you will deposit in your e-cash ledger 10,000 from your bank account. You will deposit and you will transfer it to your e-liability ledger. This will become 0 and here you will use it and your balance will become, payable will become 0. Now you will go ahead and file your GSTR 3B. Are we all clear with this point? And that is what they are telling. First of all, what are the amount that will be debited? Tax, interest, late fee, or any other amount which you have told in your return. Secondly, what the officer has gone ahead and given in the demand order. Right, everyone? Any interest which is payable also will be debited. Then, sir, what will I use? How will I pay? First, I will pay through my e-credit and then I will pay through my cash. Remember always, these are some things which you will have to use always cash only. See, tell me one thing. When I buy something, what will I pay one person? Tax. That person will pay tax to the government. I will get credit of what? Tax. So tax can be used to pay tax only. Remember, In the e-credit ledger, whatever amount I have, I can use to pay what everyone? Output tax. Input tax can be used only to pay output tax. Now, remember, if you have any TDS which is there payable, any TCS which is there payable, people, TDS and TCS will discuss in the next chapter. Okay, everyone? Any TDS and TCS if you have to pay, any tax which is payable under RCM, reverse charge me if you have to pay any tax. Composition tax under section number 10, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount, TDS, TCS, then RCM liability, composition tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount, always this has to be paid in cash. Remember, this amount always has to be paid in cash. What is it, everyone? TTRC, IPLO. T means TDS, T means TCS, R means RCM का liability, composition tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount always has to be paid in cash. Next. Now, whenever you have to go ahead and make the payment, what will you go ahead and make the payment for? Always. People, whenever you have to go ahead and make the payment, always remember you have to make the payment of the previous month ka dues first. For an example, you have a liability of the last month, tax, interest, penalty. Can you pay first this month ka liability and then last month ka liability? They are going ahead and telling what will be the manner of discharge. First, you have to pay self-assessed tax and dues. Dues means what, everyone? Dues means any interest, penalty, if you have to interest, penalty, late fee, anything if you have to pay of the previous return. Means as per the last month, if you have a tax, interest, late fee which is payable, that has to be paid first. Then self-assessed tax and dues relating to the return of the current tax period. Then if the officer has gone ahead and given you any demand order, that has to be paid. In the exam, they will go ahead and give you some serial orders and they'll tell you which is to be paid first. Remember, last month ka tax, interest, late fee, any other amount which is there has to be paid first. Then which will you pay? Current month ka. Then what will you pay? Any amount as per the demand order. Now listen, what is the e-credit ledger? What is the e-credit ledger over here? E-credit ledger mein they are going ahead and telling credit whatever you ask in the GSTR 3B. People, when you are filing your GSTR 3B, if you go ahead and tell, sir, in my GSTR 2B 10,000 is appearing, I want to take this credit. So in the GSTR 3B, when you are filing, you have to say what is your input tax credit. If you tell 10,000, this amount will come in your e-credit ledger. What will you do with your e-credit ledger, everyone? Use to pay your output tax liability. E-credit ledger you will always use to pay your output tax liability. Amount will be used for making the payment of your output tax. Amount will be used for making the payment of what, everyone? Output tax. Now, sir, e-credit ledger mein whatever amount is there, e-credit ledger mein what amount is there, how do I utilize it? Can I use IGST to pay CGST? So that is what they are telling. If I have input tax, how do I use it? Are you guys able to understand? So first they have gone ahead and told, always you should, if you have input tax and output tax, can I use my IGST input tax credit to pay my IGST ka output tax, everyone? Yes. Always remember, first you have to use your IGST to pay what, everyone? IGST. Then you will use your IGST to pay CGST or SGST. Any manner, any proportion, 50-50, 40-60, how much ever IGST is remaining, you have to use. Are we clear? Then, Baba, remember, IGST should be always exhausted. It means you should have always used your IGST completely. So, whenever you have any liability, which is the first input tax you will go ahead and use? IGST. IGST you will use to pay what? IGST. After you have used your IGST to pay IGST, what will you use your IGST for? CGST or SGST. Can I go ahead, everyone? Then once your IGST is exhausted, now which credit you will use? You will pick up your CGST. CGST should be used for first what, everyone? CGST. Then CGST should be used for what, everyone? Are we clear? Can CGST be used for SGST? No. Third one over here is, then we'll pick our SGST and use it to pay what, everyone? SGST. SGST then I will use for IGST. Are we clear, everyone? Remember, CGST can never be used to pay SGST or SGST can be never used to pay CGST. People, very, very important from exam point of view. This is how you should use your input to pay your output. Are we clear, everyone? Will you be able to do it in the exam? Very important from exam point of view. You must practice those big questions which are there no behind. You will see input output at the end. You have to set off. Please use this method, set off and do some questions and then go for exam. Done everyone? Can you tell me what will you use first? IGST should be used for IGST. Then IGST will be used for CGST or SGST in how? 50-50, 40-60. However you want to use, you use it. Then Baba, IGST should be completely used. Then you will use CGST for CGST and then CGST for IGST. Then SGST for SGST and then SGST for IGST. C to S and S to C? Never possible. The same thing I have told over here, that use IGST for IGST, then IGST for CGST or SGST. If I am a person registered in a UT, I will not have SGST, I will have UT GST. So instead of S, you can replace with what? Wherever S is there, you can replace with UT GST. Can I go ahead everyone? Next. Sir, IGST should be exhausted, then Baba, CGST to CGST, CGST to IGST, SGST to SGST and then SGST to IGST. C to S or S to C is never possible. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead? Very important from exam point of view. Remember, you must know how to use your input to pay your output. The next one over here is e-cash ledger. People listen to me very carefully. I have an output of 20,000. What will I first use? Input tax credit. I have 10,000 ka input, I will use it. How much is the remaining amount payable? 10,000 is payable in cash. Correct everyone? So first I have to, can you throw cash? Government take cash? No Baba, you have to first deposit in your e-cash ledger and then use your e-cash ledger. Are we clear everyone? So it is going ahead and telling you over here how to make the deposit. So whenever a person wants to make the deposit, he will generate one challan. That challan is known as what everyone? GST PMT 06. Where will you generate the challan? On the common portal, and the challan is always valid for how many days? Once you generate the challan, what is generated everyone? C pin. C pin is what everyone? Common portal identification number. One mark MCQ they can ask. Common portal identification number. Then once C pin is generated, you have to make the payment. In the exam they can ask you what are the different modes of payment. Number one, net banking. Can I use UPI, IMPS, credit card, debit card, NEFT, RTGS? Over the counter means I can go ahead and generate the challan, go to the bank and deposit in cash. How much? 10,000 can be deposited by cash, check or DD. Means per challan, per tax period. Means if I am going ahead with monthly return, then per month I can deposit how much in cash? 10,000. Are we all clear with this? Now once I make the payment, remember once you make the payment, the amount will go to the government account. That date will be date of the deposit of tax. For an example, I gave a check today. Check got credited to the government account tomorrow. What is the date of deposit of tax? Today or tomorrow? Tomorrow. Are we clear everyone? Now once you make the payment, SIN gets generated. What gets generated everyone? SIN. Remember, one mark, one MCQ had come once I think. What is SIN? Challan identification number. 14 digit is already there. CPIN plus 4-digit bank code will be added. Whatever 14-digit ka CPIN is there, in front of that HDFC for an example, one bank code will be added. And then the amount will come in your e-credit, e-cash ledger. So for people, what is credited to your e-cash ledger? Whatever amount is being deposited towards tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount. Whatever is your liability, whether it is tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount, deposit and you can use it. Are we clear everyone? Can we go ahead? My question to you guys, whenever supposingly my output tax liability is CGST 10,000 rupees. Okay everyone, CGST ka I have to pay tax 10,000 rupees and I have to pay interest 10,000 rupees. Always remember one thing. For an example, in my e-liability ledger, it is showing I have to pay how much CGST ka tax? 10,000. And how much is my interest payable? 10,000. Remember, what you have to pay, that you have to deposit. When you are making a deposit in your e-cash ledger, you will get, when you are making a deposit in your e-cash ledger, you have to go online and generate a challan. In the challan, they will ask you, do you want to deposit CGST, SGST, IGST or cess? Do you want to deposit tax? Do you want to deposit interest? Do you want to deposit penalty? Or do you want to deposit any other amount? Or you want to deposit late fee? Are you guys able to understand? What do I have to deposit? tax, no? So I have to write over here CGST ka tax I want to deposit, and interest what do I want to deposit? CGST ka interest I want to deposit. Are we clear, everyone? Did you guys get this point? What I will deposit, I can use it for that only. When I am going ahead and online making the payment, I should deposit in the correct head, and then I will use it to make my output tax liability. So it goes ahead and says over here, amount will be used for making the payment of what? Tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount. Now, sir, if I am an unregistered person, can I make the payment without taking registration? Yes, Baba, you will be given temporary identification number, and using that you can also go ahead and make the payment. Now, supposingly, I went ahead, instead of depositing in tax over here, and here I deposited, supposingly, here 10,000 and here 10,000. My question to you is, my output is CGST and CGST ka tax and interest. Can I use e-cash ledger? People remember, e-credit ledger से cross utilization is possible. You can use IGST to pay CGST, SGST, etc. But e-cash में cross utilization is not possible. Where you deposit, that head only you can use to make the payment. Are you guys able to understand this point? Everyone got it? Sure? Got it? No? हाँ, तो if you have gone ahead and deposited in SGST 10,000 tax में and interest में 10,000, can you use it to make CGST का payment? Cash ledger से? No. So for people, but you can do one thing. You can go ahead and use what? GST PMT 091 form is there. You can use it and transfer from here to here. And then can I use to make the payment? Yes. Always remember one thing. Supposingly, I want to transfer tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount from one e-cash ledger to another e-cash ledger for IGST, CGST, SGST. I can do it using which form, everyone? PMT 09. Is my point clear to all? People, tell me one thing. In exam, they went ahead and told you Ram deposited in the e-cash ledger tax head mein CGST ka tax. Everyone, what did he tell you? CGST tax mein 10,000 rupees was deposited by Ram. CGST tax mein 10,000 rupees was deposited by Ram. Output tax is IGST 10,000 rupees payable. Can Ram use CGST ka 10,000 to pay IGST ka tax? Yes or no? No. First you have to say no. However, Ram can transfer from the CGST ka e-cash ledger to where? IGST ka e-cash ledger, and then he can go ahead and use it to make the payment of the output tax. Did you guys understand this point? Louder, everyone. Got it? No. Directly don't say yes. First say no. Cross utilization in e-cash is not there. So first you have to transfer it to what head you want the output, whichever output tax you have to transfer, and then you have to use it. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? That is what they are telling. Okay, now tell me one thing. I have one distinct person. I have e-cash ledger में 1 lakh rupees lying. My distinct person is telling, distinct person means under my PAN only, separate registration. He told, sir Ramesh, can you transfer from your e-cash ledger to my e-cash ledger? Tell me one thing, under me only 2 registration. In this ledger I have money. Can I transfer to my distinct person ka e-cash? Yes. See over here, everyone. Registered person can transfer any amount. So my another hand wants it. Can I give it or not? Yes or no? So it is telling you can transfer tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount which is available in the e-cash ledger to the e-cash ledger for CGST or IGST of a distinct person. Which form will you use? GST PMT 09. First of all, tell me one thing. In my e-cash ledger, in my own e-cash ledger, can I transfer from one head to another? Yes. From my e-cash ledger, can I transfer to my distinct person? Yes. Which form I have to use? GST PMT 09. Everyone remember one thing, but when you are helping your distinct person, no, I am transferring to my distinct person. First help yourself and then help others. It says, the transfer will not be allowed if any registered person has any unpaid liability in his e-liability ledger. So if I have any liability in my e-liability ledger, they are telling, it will not be allowed to transfer to your distinct person. First pay your liability and then help your distinct person. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Now, people, when I am transferring from this head to this head, when I am transferring from here to here in my e-cash ledger, government is telling, we will assume that from here we have given you a refund and here you have made the deposit. It will be assumed as if, see, whenever a transfer is done from the e-cash ledger, it shall be deemed to be what, everyone? refund, and such transfer to e-cash will be deemed to be a deposit. So from this head to this head, if I am transferring here, it will be assumed that I have got a refund and I have actually done the deposit over here. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? The next one over here is right side. Sir, what are the major heads? When you want to make a deposit, you will see major head is CGST, SGST, IGST. Are you guys able to understand this? So they are going ahead and telling what are the major head of tax: IGST, CGST, SGST, UTGST and cess. Every major head has how many minors? 5. What are the 5 minors? TIPLO, tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount. So every major head has 5 minor head, which is tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount. Now tell me one thing, what is the maximum amount you can deposit using cash ledger? 10,000 rupees. What is the maximum amount you can use? 10,000 rupees, right? But there are some scenarios when more than 10,000 can be deposited in the e-cash ledger, and that is what they are telling. Restriction of 10,000 over the counter is not applicable in the following cases. Number 1, on deposit which are made by government department. Can government department more than 10,000 be deposited in cash? Yes. Or any other deposit by a person which is notified by the commissioner. Proper officer or any other officer authorized to recover outstanding dues from any person. For an example, Sharath had to pay 1 crore rupees to the government. Government came to his premises and recovered from him 1 crore rupees cash mein. Can the government department deposit more than 1 crore, more than 10,000 in cash, or the officer will take it home? More than 10,000 can be deposited in cash, including recovery made through attachment or sale of movable and immovable property. Might be Sharath ka movable property sold, car sold, property sold, and they recovered the amount. Can they deposit more than 10,000 in cash? Yes. Proper officer or any other officer authorized for the amount collected during investigation, enforcement activity or any other ad hoc deposit. For an example, one officer came to your premises during an investigation and they found 10 crore rupees in your premises, which is actually government ka tax. Can that be deposited in cash also? Yes. Are we clear, everyone? What are the 3 scenarios when more than 10,000 can be deposited in cash? Now, over here, everyone, people, tell me one thing. E-liability, e-credit ledger, e-liability ledger, e-credit ledger and e-cash ledger. We learned 3 ledgers. E-liability ledger. What are the debits which are there? Whatever is the self-assessed tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount, whatever demand order is being raised, any interest which is there. How will you make the payment? First through your credit, then through your cash. What will you always go ahead and pay in cash? TTRC, IPLO. T for TDS, T for TCS, IR for RCM liability, C for composition tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount. What is the serial order in which you have to pay your liability? Self-assessed tax, interest, late fee of the previous tax period, then current tax period, then any other amount which is demanded. Are we clear? E-credit ledger, I have already told you how to utilize. Utilization, you have to remember, very, very important. E-cash ledger, I have told you what you deposit, you can use it for that only. Can I cross-utilize? Yes or no? No. But can I transfer from one head to another head? One major to another major? One major to another major ka another minor also? Anywhere you can transfer using which form? GST PMT 09. Can I transfer to my distinct person? Which form? PMT 09. But first of all, my liability should be paid. Now everyone over here. The next one is, it says 86A. They have asked in the exam, rule number 86A, important from exam point of view. Condition of use of amount available in the e-credit ledger. Now they are going ahead and telling, the commissioner can actually block the amount which is available in your e-credit ledger. Now, commissioner, who can block? Commissioner or any officer authorized by him, if he has reason to believe that the ITC available in the e-credit ledger has been taken by you, what everyone? Fraudulently, or you are ineligible. Might be you did not have invoice only and you took it. You have not received the goods only. Do you remember section number 16? You should have the invoice. You should have the tax paying document. Correct, everyone? Then you should have received the goods. He should have paid the tax to the government. I have to file the return. Only then I can take the credit. They are going ahead and telling, might be you took fraudulently. it is ineligible. Block credit also you went ahead and took. So they are going ahead and telling, then commissioner may not allow the debit of such amount equal to the credit in the e-credit ledger for discharge of your liability or for claiming a refund of the unutilized amount. Means you can't use it also, or you want to take a refund of your e-credit ledger, refund also will not be given. So sir, reason, what are the reason they can go ahead and block your credit? Number one, who can block your credit, everyone? Commissioner or a person authorized by him if they have reason to believe that the credit was taken fraudulently or you are ineligible, the credit can be blocked. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now, what are the reason when they can go ahead and block? Reason. Number one, ITC has been availed. You have taken the ITC on the basis of invoice or debit note issued by non-existent supplier or who is not conducting business from the declared place of business. For an example, I took credit on the basis of an invoice of Sharath and Co. When the officer went to Sharath and Co., officer is telling there is no Sharath and Co. He's closed his business and ran off. It means he just gave me an invoice and I took the credit on the basis of that. He never gave the tax to the government. Government is telling, Ramesh, if you have taken the credit on the basis of such person supplier who is basically not existing only or who is not conducting business from the declared place of business, then whatever credit I have taken, it will be blocked. Can I go ahead, everyone? The next one, ITC without receipt of goods, services or both. Do you remember? I should take credit only when I have received. If I have not received and I have taken the credit, officer comes to know, what will he do? He will block the credit. ITC on the basis of document, the tax with respect to which has not been paid to the government. Supplier did not pay the tax only to the government. Officer is telling, Ramesh, your credit I will block. Next, recipient availing ITC is not found existing or not conducting business from declared place of business. Officer went online and he is saying that Ramesh Soni online is available. He is taking input, he is filing his output. But when we went to his place of business, no, it is empty ground. What address he has given, it's an empty ground. What will he do? He will block my ITC. When he blocks my ITC, I will go running. Sir, I changed my place of business. Now this is my new place of business. Are you guys able to understand? He will tell, if this is the new place of business, why didn't you change your business address? Amendment. Are you guys able to understand? So what they are telling, if you are not found, then also they can go ahead and block the credit. And then ITC without any invoice, debit note or other valid. Can you tell me what are the other valid document, everyone? But if you don't have the document, then also your credit can be blocked. And then, sir, the restriction will be maximum for how much time, everyone? 1 year. People, tell me one thing. Who can block your credit? Who can block your credit? Commissioner or a person authorized by the commissioner? If they have reason to believe that your credit which was taken what? Fraudulently, or you are ineligible. What are the reasons for blocking? Supplier is not existing or not doing business from declared place of business. Recipient is not existing or not doing business from declared place of business. You have taken the credit without receipt of goods. You have taken the credit without document. Are we clear, everyone? Then your credit can be blocked. And what is the maximum time limit for blocking, everyone? 1 year. Next. So people remember this rule number 86A, very, very important from exam point of view. They can ask you a question, who can block your credit? What are the reasons subject to which credit can be blocked? What is the maximum period for which they can block your credit? 1 year. Remember. Now, please come to rule number 86B. Rule number 86B is telling that, sir, whenever restriction on use of amount in the e-credit ledger, government is going ahead and telling, Ramesh, of your e-credit ledger, means whatever is your liability, no? Whatever is your liability, you can't go ahead and use completely your e-credit ledger. Of your liability, 1% has to be paid in cash. Means only 99% you can use your credit, remaining 1% has to be paid in cash. So for an example, my liability is 1 crore rupees. How much I can use my credit? Louder. 99,000. 1,000 has to be paid in cash. So that's what they are telling. Registered person whose taxable supply excluding exempt and zero rated supply in a month is more than how much, everyone? 50 lakhs. Remember, first of all, you should be a registered person whose supply is more than how much, everyone? 50 lakh rupees. Then he shall not use credit to discharge his liability in excess of 99%, means 1% has to be paid in cash. Are we clear? I went to the, sir, why will I use? I am not a bad person, sir. Please allow me to use 100% of my liability. Allow me to use my credit. Sir, why are you not allowing? Okay, everyone. So government went ahead and told, if you are a person restriction will not be applicable if you are a registered person, or you are a proprietor, or you are the Karta, managing director, any two partner, whole time director, member of managing committee of association or board of trustees have paid more than how much? 1 lakh income tax in the last 2 financial year. Government is telling if you have paid in the last 2 financial year more than how much, everyone? 1 lakh rupees as income tax. Either you are the registered person or you are the Karta in case of HUF. Then proprietor in case of proprietorship firm, managing director, partnership firm ka any two partner, whole time directors, members of a managing committee of association or board of trustee, and you have paid more than how much, everyone? 1 lakh rupees income tax. Then government is telling this restriction is not applicable on you. The next one, if you have received refund more than how much, everyone? 1 lakh in a financial year of your unutilized ITC, whatever was the input tax rate lying with you, if you have taken refund how much, everyone? More than 1 lakh, then also this restriction is not applicable. Or if you have discharged output tax liability through the e-cash more than how much, everyone? 1% of the output tax applied cumulatively up to the said month, then also this is not applicable. Sir, what do you mean by this? For an example, I'll say April, May, June. Now I'm talking about July. Okay, everyone. April ka your output tax liability was 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh. Okay? How much should be paid in cash at least? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Correct, everyone? Might be here you did not have any much input tax credit, so you had paid 5,000 in cash. How much did you pay in cash, everyone, till now? For an example, your output tax liability in July also is 1 lakh. What is your total output tax liability? 4 lakh. 4 lakh ka 1% is how much? 4,000. But have I already paid 7,000 in cash? So this month I don't have to pay 1% in cash. Is my point clear to all? They will see cumulatively are you fulfilling the condition or not. Cumulatively means 1 month if you have supposedly paid more than 1% in cash, might be you paid 10,000 rupees in cash, you should have paid only 1,000. So they are telling we'll see the application cumulatively. Did you guys get this point, everyone? 4 lakh ka 1% is how much? 4,000. But till now you have already paid how much in cash? 7,000. So this restriction will not be applicable in this month. Is my point clear to all? The next one over here is restriction is not applicable if you are a government department, public sector undertaking, local authority or a statutory body. People, if I am a registered person, rule number 86B, if I am a registered person but my, plus my turnover is more than 50 lakh, excluding with supply, exempt supply and zero rated supply, my turnover is more than 50 lakh, then in the current year, means if my turnover is more than, in a month is more than 50 lakh, then I have to go ahead and pay 1% in what, everyone? Cash, through my cash. And this restriction is not applicable if I paid income tax more than 1 lakh in the last 2 years, if I have received a refund more than 1 lakh, or if cumulatively up to the current month I have already paid 1% in cash, then in the current month this will not be applicable to me. If I am a government department, public sector undertaking, local authority or a statutory body, then also this restriction is not applicable on me. There are some questions in your book which you will see on rule number 86B. Important, please do it and go. Next. People, I went ahead and told the government, sir, can I pay my self-assessed liability, whatever is my output tax liability, using my credit? Can I pay, everyone? Yes or no? Louder. Yes. Officer gave me a love letter, demand order. Can I pay demand order using my credit ledger? So that is the clarification came. Yes. They are telling output tax which you self-assess in your return or because of your proceeding, means officer gave you a demand order and you have to now make the payment. You can pay through your e-credit ledger. Next. Can I use e-credit ledger to pay IPLO? Can I use e-credit ledger to pay IPLO? IPLO should always be paid in. So sir, e-credit ledger cannot be used to pay IPLO. Okay, everyone. RCM liability? No. Remember, TTRC, IPLO, always to be paid in cash. E-cash ledger can be used to pay tax, interest, penalty, late fee or any other amount. Can you tell me e-cash ledger can be used for paying what? TTRC, IPLO. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, please come on the right hand side now. Interest will be going ahead and talking about. Please come to the right side. Interest will be talking about. Section number 50 goes ahead and talks about interest. Let's go ahead and quickly talk about the interest ka portion. Interest on delayed payment of tax. People, if I don't go ahead and pay my tax on time, for an example, this is the month of April. Everyone listen carefully, okay? This is the month of April. ठीक है? April month का actually my output tax liability is supposingly 5 lakh rupees and my input tax credit is 2 lakh rupees. It means April month ka when will I file the return? I will show my output tax liability as how much? Input tax credit as how much? I have to pay how much? I did not pay on 20th, but I went ahead and paid it on 30th. Did I delay my payment? How many days? 10 days. So people, I will have to go ahead and pay interest at the rate of, on what amount? 5 lakh or 3 lakh? 5 lakh, which is my output, gross output tax liability, or net, which I have to pay through my e-cash ledger. I have to pay interest on this or this. Louder. Array, it's okay to go wrong. On your net. Can I go ahead, everyone? So you will have to pay 18%. 3 lakh into 18% into how many days? 10 divided by 365. This much is the interest payable by you. Remember one thing. Every person who fails to pay the tax due shall pay along with interest at the rate of 18%, and interest shall be payable on the tax paid by debiting what? E-cash ledger. Means you will pay interest on gross or net? Gross or net? Net. Interest shall be calculated from the day succeeding the due date. Due date was 20th. From the next day interest will start. So can you tell me how many days? 30 minus 20. How many days? Are we clear, everyone? Can I go ahead? Is my point clear to all? Remember, the due date is not taken from the next day till the last day. First day don't take it, last day you have to include. Next. Where? Okay, people, here. Rule number 88B is there, which is very, very important, which I want you guys to understand. Listen. You know what people used to do? I'll tell you. Everyone over here. Please listen this. April month, I have output tax liability. April 20th, I had to make the payment, right, everyone? 5 lakh. I don't have any, 1 minute. I don't have any input tax credit in the, I don't have any input tax. And how much is the liability, everyone? Supposingly I delayed by 10 days, I paid on 30th. Can you tell me on what amount interest will come? 5 lakh into 10 divided by, sure, everyone? Okay, now you know what people do. People don't even show this liability. April month ka actually my liability is 5 lakh. Okay, this sale only I will not show. I will do what? You know, my output tax liability is 0. I did not show the sale in the month of April only. People, tell me one thing. Output tax liability, supposingly I showed here 5 lakh. Input tax credit, output is how much? I will pay interest on gross or net? Net, correct? This month ka sale, if I show in this month only, I have to pay interest on which amount? Gross or net? You know what I did? I did not show the sale over here. I thought, hey, this month in ITC is not there. I will do one thing. May month mein, no, I am going to make a purchase. So May month mein, I will have good amount of input tax credit. Are you guys able to understand? So what I did, May month ka when I was showing the sales, no, return. April month ka 5 lakh ka liability, I showed in May month. Are you guys able to understand? I did not show in this month. I told I forgot. And I showed over here output tax liability 5 lakh. Input tax rate was there 5 lakh. And I used how much? Because I had made a purchase in this month, I had input tax credit. I used it and I paid 0 to the government. Can you tell me interest will come or not come? Interest will come on what amount? Gross amount 5 lakh rupees. From which day I have to pay? From 20th to the next month ka 20th. Is my point clear to all? Did you guys understand this point? People, this month ka liability shown in this month only. This month ka liability shown in this month only. Only the return was filed late. Interest will come on gross or net? Louder. Net. This month ka liability shown in next month ka return. Gross or net? Whatever amount which was payable. Whatever amount was payable you are paying now. Delay amount ke liye you have to pay interest. People, I've written this down here. Did you guys get it 100%? Shall I repeat? Got it, everyone? Everyone see here, where supplies made during a period, this section 50 has to be read with the rule. Supplies made during a period are declared in the return for the said period. Only the return is filed late. Interest will come on what amount, everyone? Gross or net? Amount which is paid through the e-cash ledger. But tell me one thing. In all other case, interest shall be calculated on the amount unpaid, that is gross tax liability. From which date? Due date till the date of payment. Can you tell me what was the due date? This one. I made the payment over here. So on this 5 lakh rupees, will I have to pay interest? Or I'll have to pay interest on 0? 5 lakh. From which date? From this 20th till the next month ka 20th. Are we all clear with this? Can I go ahead, everyone? Sure? Chalo. People, tell me one thing. This month ka liability shown in this month ka return only. Only return was filed late. Interest will come 18% on gross or net. This month ka liability shown in the next month ka return. Interest will come on gross amount or net amount. Is my point clear to all? Can I go ahead, everyone? Everyone over here. The next one says over here, ITC has been wrongly availed and utilized interest payable 18%. No interest only if you have availed but you have not utilized it. If you don't go ahead, people over here, if you don't go ahead and use it, do you have to pay interest? Okay, for an example, I will tell you, ITC wrongly availed. People, I took wrongly credit. Everyone over here, concentrate. I took wrong credit 4 lakh rupees. How much? Okay. ITC correctly taken. Correct ITC I have taken 4 lakh. How much is the ITC I have now? 4 lakh wrong credit. 4 lakh correct credit. How much credit I have total? 8 lakh. My output tax liability, for an example, my output tax liability which is there is only 2 lakh rupees. How much is my output tax liability? 2 lakh. This 2 lakh I will pay through this correct availed 2 lakh. How much is my e-credit ledger mein balance? First, this 4 lakh say 2 lakh I used. How much is the correct credit remaining? This 4 lakh which is there is the wrong credit. But did I ever use it? How much did I use? This 2 lakh I used out of. My question is, everyone, my question over here. Did I use the wrongly availed credit? Did I use it? Do I have to pay any interest? Is my point sure, everyone? Did you guys get it? Louder. Okay, I'll ask you one more question, okay? This is my wrongly availed credit. This is my correct credit. How much credit I have? My output tax liability is 12 lakh. What will I do? First, I'll use this for, correct? What is the wrong credit? Actually, it was block credit, 4 lakh. I took it. Wrongly availed, no? Should not have taken, no? I used it 4 lakh here, correct? How much did I pay balance in cash ledger? Did I use the wrongly availed credit? The day I used it, from that day, I have to pay interest at the rate of 18%. Did you guys get it, everyone? Sure. Shall I explain again? Got it. Not a class now, it is a revision, everyone. ITC wrongly availed and utilized. Interest shall be calculated from the date of utilization till the date of reversal or till you paid back to the government. My question, everyone. My question to you guys, everyone over here. Now, we are done with the chapter, okay? Congratulations. Listen now. I wait. What are the amounts? People, very important. What are the amounts you will always pay in cash? TTRC, IPLO. Tell me the how are you going to pay off your liability? E-liability, how are you going to pay your liability? Always self-assessed tax and dues of the previous tax period, then current and then demand. Are we clear, everyone? You remember e-credit ka utilization? IGST should be first used for IGST. You remember? Very important. Please mark it, okay, everyone? Whatever I am telling, please mark it. This one you marked it. Manner of utilization, you marked it. Manner of utilization, this one you mark it. GST PMT 09, which I have told you, very, very important. PMT 09, which I have told you, very, very important. 86A and 86B, they go ahead and ask question. Please be very careful. 86A and 86B. Other than that, interest also they can ask you a small question. I have already explained it to you, right, everyone? Now, And sir, what are the ways you can go ahead and make the payment? What are the ways you can go ahead and make the payment? Chalo, I'll ask you one thing, everyone. Can I ask you one question? Everyone over here. See, when you come to your chapter of payment of tax related amendment, one circular is there. Let me go ahead and quickly read out this circular with you guys so that the amendment is also done. It says clarification on charging of interest in case of wrongly availment of IGST and reversal thereof. In case of wrongly availment of IGST credit by a registered person and reversal thereof for the calculation of interest, whether the balance of ITC available in the e-credit ledger under the IGST only needs to be considered, or the total ITC available in the e-credit ledger under the head IGST, CGST, SGST has to be taken together. People, tell me one thing. ITC wrongly availed. For an example, I took IGST ka wrongly credit 1 lakh rupees. Okay, everyone. People, how much I took IGST ka wrongly availed credit? 1 lakh. And my e-credit ledger mein, no, always there is a balance of CGST 50,000, SGST 50,000 rupees. My question to you guys, I already have a balance of what? CGST and SGST. Always. This IGST credit might be I had an output tax liability 1 lakh rupees and I used it. Okay, everyone. I had output tax liability how much? IGST 1 lakh and I used this 1 lakh rupees. But in my e-credit ledger, always there is a balance of CGST and SGST. Will it be assumed that this IGST which was there, will I have to pay interest? My question. What is the balance in my e-credit ledger? Has the balance ever come down below 1 lakh rupees? Has the balance ever come down below 1 lakh rupees? Do I have to pay interest? No. Did you guys understand this point? Sir, although I might have used although I would have used this IGST, but you know what? Even if you see, can I use CGST to pay IGST? Can I use SGST to pay IGST? It means government went ahead and told, no problem, Baba. Even if the IGST which was there, you have wrongly availed and you utilized it, but if you had always balance in your e-credit ledger of the CGST, SGST, etc., then you don't have to pay any interest. See over here, everyone. Since the amount available in the e-credit ledger under the head IGST, CGST, SGST can be utilized for payment of what? IGST. It is the total available e-credit ledger balance under the head IGST, CGST and SGST together that has to be considered for calculation of interest. My question over here, if I already have total of 1 lakh, do I ever have to pay any interest? Yes or no? No. It says over here, under rule number 88B, and for determining as to whether the balance of e-credit ledger has fallen below the wrongly availed IGST. So people, I've written the circular crux over here. In case where the IGST has been wrongly availed and subsequently reversed, you took wrongly IGST and now you are paying back to the government saying, sorry sir, I am paying 1 lakh rupees back to you. You don't have to pay any interest. When? If your e-credit ledger may total balance 1 lakh was always there. It says, there will not be any interest during the time period starting from such availment up to the date of reversal if balance of ITC in the e-credit ledger under the head IGST, CGST taken together never fell below the amount of such wrongly availed ITC. Are we clear, everyone? Can I go ahead? People, is this point clear? Next. People, you know what happened? Actually, at intermediate level, this point should not have been given in your circular only, but they have given it, so I am telling you. For an example, instead of CGST and SGST, it was GST cess, compensation cess 1 lakh ka balance. People, remember, cess can be only used to pay what? Cess. And hence, even if you had cess in your e-credit ledger, if you have taken 1 lakh rupees ka wrong credit of IGST and used it, do you have to pay any interest? Yes. Is my point clear to all? Baba, because cess can never be used to pay what? IGST. Even if you had cess, it will be like you never had any balance in your e-credit ledger, and on that 1 lakh rupees when you are reversing, from when will you pay interest? From the date of utilization. Everyone over here, it says credit of cess cannot be taken into account while considering the balance of e-credit ledger for the purpose of calculation of interest in respect of wrongly availed and utilized IGST, CGST or SGST. People, tell me one thing. I wrongly took 1 lakh rupees and I used it. In my e-credit ledger, cess was there. When I reverse it, do I have to pay any interest? Louder. Yes. In my, I wrongly took 4 lakh rupees. Okay. I wrongly took ITC of IGST 1 lakh. Output tax liability IGST was there 1 lakh. I used it. ठीक है? In my e-credit ledger, already CGST is there 1 lakh, SGST is there 2 lakh rupees. Will it ever be, do I have to pay any interest when I am going ahead and paying this 1 lakh rupees back to the government telling, sir, sorry, I took it. Interest payable, not payable? Not payable. Are we all clear with this? I have gone ahead and told you about the amendment also. I'll close my revision on the chapter of payment of tax, A graded chapter. Trust me, this cross utilization. There is a question in your textbook also which I have given, right everyone? Please do 1 or 2 questions on this and go for exam. I'll close my revision on payment of tax. Done. People watching at home, are we all clear? Can we go ahead? People watching at home, done. Can we go ahead? Chalo, can we go ahead, everyone? Chalo, everyone over here now. Let's go ahead and now move to the next chapter. Everyone, please come to the chapter of TDS. Everyone, listen to me very carefully. TDS and TCS ka link comes. TDS and TCS ka link comes where? Where does TDS and TCS chapter ka link comes? The TDS and TCS always has to be paid in cash. Do you remember, everyone? TDS and TCS always has to be paid in cash. Chalo. Let's go ahead and now revise TDS. Everyone over here, TDS as a chapter. I think in the exam they will ask you a 3-mark question. Let's go ahead and do it now. Everyone over here now. TDS, for an example, very, very easy chapter, nothing is there. What are we talking in TDS? Supposingly, this is Modi government over here. This is Modi ji. Why Modi ji have drawn over here? Because government department has to deduct TDS. Okay, everyone, TDS is applicable on whom, everyone? Government department. Now, this is a supplier over here. Supplier went ahead and supplied to the government department. Remember, on which amount of supply is TDS applicable? Whenever the supply ka value is more than 2.5 lakhs. So, if I am a supplier, I am supplying to the government department. People, if I am a supplier, I am supplying to the government department. Value of my supply is how much? More than 2.5 lakhs. So, for an example, I am supplying stationery to the government department. I am supplying what, everyone? Stationery to the government department. Excluding GST, the value is how much? 2.5 lakh, and the supply should be a taxable supply of goods or service. For an example, this is the invoice. I supplied how much ka stationery to the government department? 3 lakh rupees. The GST is 9 and 9, which is 27,000 and 27,000. Now, Modi ji ka department, which is government department, has to go ahead. Now, what used to happen? No. Whenever one person used to supply to the government department, these persons, no, these people never used to pay their GST properly. They never used to pay their income tax. Hey, I am supplying to government department. I am a supplier of government department. No tension. Now, here government went ahead and told whenever one person is supplying to the government department, that government department being the recipient of the goods or service, first of all will take what registration, everyone? And it's a separate registration to be taken as a TDS deductor. Government department has to register as what, everyone? TDS deductor, and it has to deduct TDS on what value? This 3 lakh rupees. Whatever is the value of the supply, not on the GST amount, on the value of supply, 3 lakh rupees. So, for an example, you and the government department are within the same state. So, people, what will he deduct? Government department will deduct 1% CGST and 1% SGST. Might be if you charge in the bill IGST, then government department will deduct what? 2% IGST. Can you tell me 3 lakh rupees ka 2% is how much? So government department will deduct 6,000 rupees and remaining amount. What is the remaining amount to everyone? 2 lakh 94 and the GST was how much? 54,000. 3 lakh 48 the government department will give it to you. Is my point clear to all? I went ahead and supplied to the government department. Everyone here, I supplied to the government department 3 lakh rupees plus GST. Government department deducted how much GST from that? Tax deducted. How much deducted? 2%, which is 6,000, and remaining amount government department gave it to me. How much government department gave me? 3 lakh. How much was the bill amount? I will tell. I give remaining 6,000 rupees. Correct or not? What will government department say? Government department will say, see this 6,000 rupees. No, I am told by the government. Government department will say what? Government department means what? Ministry of Baba, which is the ministries of the government? Ministry of louder. Ministry of Commerce is there, Agriculture is there, correct? Finance is there, Railways is there, all this education is there, all these ministries which are there, government ka departments which are there, local authorities which are there. Whenever they are making the payment to supplier, they will deduct what? TDS, and they will give to whom? They will give it to the government by challan. Are we clear? Once they make the payment to the government and they file their which return? TDS return. This month, whatever is deducted, they have to pay by what date, everyone? Next month ka 10th. Are we clear? Now once they make the payment, no, this 6,000 rupees, government will give it back to them in their e-cash ledger. Where will government give it back to them? E-cash ledger. Once they validate saying, 6,000 is correct, then the amount will come in their e-cash ledger. Tell me one thing. I got my 3 lakh 48 from government. He gave it. Government department gave me how much, everyone? 3 lakh 48,000. Government department gave 6,000 to whom? Government. And government gave me that 6,000 rupees. You know what government will do? 6,000 is 2%. How much is 100%? Will government department immediately come to know that I am a supplier? I have supplied to the government department how much? 3 lakh rupees ka supply. People, tell me one thing. If this 6,000 rupees is paid to the government, government does 6,000 rupees divided by 2% into 100. Will government come to know 3 lakh rupees immediately? It means if I don't show a sale of 3 lakh rupees, can government catch me and say, hey Ramesh, why are you not showing a sale of 3 lakh rupees? Is my point clear to all? That is why the concept of TDS came. Are we all clear to all? My question to you guys, first of all, who are the people who are required to deduct TDS? Government department. They have told over here. See, who are the person who are liable to deduct TDS? Number one, if you are a department or establishment of whom? Central government or state government. You are a local authority. Local authority means what, everyone? Panchayat, municipality, etc. If you are any governmental, or you are a person or category of person notified by the government on recommendation of council. There are 4 people. People, can you tell me who are the people required to deduct TDS? Department of central government, state government, then local authority, then governmental agency, then person notified by the government. Now, you know who are notified? Any authority, any board, any body which is being set up by whom? Act of Parliament or state legislature, and or it can be established by the, and it should have at least control of whom? 51% control of the government. Then they are telling that authority, board or any other body will also go ahead and deduct what, everyone? TDS. How much TDS is there? 2%. 1% CGST, 1% SGST, but if it's an interstate supply, 2%. People, who are the other people who have to deduct? A, notified person. B, if you are a society which is established by the central government, state government or local authority which is registered under the Societies Registration Act, you are also liable to deduct TDS. Or if you are a public sector undertaking, then also you are liable to deduct TDS. Remember 2 points. If A, B, C, D supplying to each other, might be one government department is supplying to another government department, might be local authority is supplying to government department. A, B, C, D, if they are supplying to each other, there is no TDS. No TDS if supply is between A, B, C, D. You know Ministry of Defense, government department. But whenever you are supplying to Ministry of Defense, they will not deduct any TDS. Are we all clear with this point? People, tell me one thing. whenever one person is supplying to whom? Government department. Who is government department, everyone? Who are liable to deduct TDS? Department of central government, state government. Number 2, local authority. Number 3, governmental agency. Number 4, person notified by government. Who are notified? Authority, board, any other body which is set up under an act of parliament or state legislature, or which is set up by the government, and control should be with whom? More than 51% is with the government, then they are also liable. If I am a society which is set up by the government, then also I am liable. Then if I am a PSU, I am also liable to deduct TDS. What will I do? Whenever I receive a supply more than what value? 2.5 lakh. I should deduct how much TDS? 1% CGST, 1% SGST, or 2%, and I should pay it to whom? Government. And government will give it back to you. But in between, did government come to know about you? Yes, that is the whole purpose. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Sir, remember, TDS certificate shall be made available to the deductee on the common portal in GSTR 7 on the basis of the return. People listen. Government department will file this return. Government will give you a certificate also. Take certificate, Baba. You have given TDS. Your TDS was deducted, certificate take. Who will give it to you? Government will automatically give it to you on the portal. Sir, I did not deposit the TDS. You know, government department who is there, they deducted your TDS, and the 6,000 should be paid by what date? By next month ka 10th. If they don't pay, they are telling any late deposit, if they delay by 5 days, interest at the rate of 18%. Sir, if they don't file the return, what is the time to file the return? If they file by 15th, remember, per day the late fee is how much? And it can be maximum how much? People, remember, late payment of tax, you pay interest at the rate of 18%. Late payment of tax, you pay interest. Late filing of return, you pay what? Late fee. And late fee is also how much, everyone? 25 rupees per day, same amount payable under CGST Act also. My question to you guys, I was liable to pay on 10th. Suppose in this month of April, when should I pay? April month ka government department should pay by what date? 10th of next month. 6,000 rupees. Government department paid on 15th. 6,000 rupees was paid on what date, everyone? Plus return is also filed late. Can you tell me how much will be the interest and how much will be the late fee? Interest will be 6,000 into 18% into 5 divided by, and late fee will be how much? 25 under CGST, 25 under SGST, multiplied by how many days? Are we clear, everyone? 50 into 5, 250 rupees. Is my point clear to all? Can I go ahead? In the exam, you have to see, the question will ask you under CGST Act only. So you can write 25 rupees into 5 days, 125 rupees, chapter over. Are we clear, everyone? Can we go ahead? But if they ask you under CGST and SGST both, then it will be double. But they will not ask you. They will ask you under CGST, you can write this and come. Next. Sir, when should I deduct? When the government department should deduct? When they are passing an entry saying stationery purchased to Ram. When they make an entry, or when they actually make the payment, whichever is earlier. Payment or credit, whichever is earlier. So if they pay me advance also, should they deduct TDS? Yes. Remember one thing, TDS on advance also, whether supply of goods or service. Government department will deduct on what, everyone? Advance also. Please come on the left hand side, everyone. What are the scenarios? Number 1, I have already told you about 2 scenarios when TDS is not there. When one TDS deductor is supplying to another TDS deductor. Don't write like this in the exam and come. When you say government, when government department, all these people who are there, they are supplying to each other, then TDS is not there. The next one over here, Ministry of Defence also is not liable to deduct TDS. The next one over here is no TDS in the following cases. Number 1, supplier and place of supply in different state from the principal. People, supplier is in Karnataka, recipient is in Tamil Nadu, and supposingly I was told to make a building ka repair in the state of Karnataka. Can you tell me where is the repair done? Tamil Nadu government ka one building is there. They told me to do the repair of that building. Building is located in Karnataka. I did the repair in Karnataka. What is the place of supply? Karnataka. What will I charge? I will give them a bill. I will charge CGST and Karnataka SGST. Correct or not, everyone? If you are located in Tamil Nadu, You can deposit only Tamil Nadu GST. Yes or no, everyone? So in this scenario, the Tamil Nadu government will never go ahead and deduct any TDS. Is my point clear to all? Next. But tell me one thing, everyone. I went ahead and gave. So remember one thing. If I am in Karnataka, place of supply where I gave the service is also in, but recipient is in different state, then no TDS. I am in Karnataka. I did repair of a building which is in Tamil Nadu. What will I charge? Can Tamil Nadu government deduct 1% IGST? No problem. They can go ahead and deduct 1% IGST and they will deposit to the government. You know when there is no TDS? People, I am in Karnataka. I am in recipient also in Karnataka. Place of supply is also in Karnataka. What will I charge? CGST and SGST. Will he deduct TDS? He is in Karnataka only. He will deduct. I am in Karnataka. Place of supply is also in Karnataka. Recipient is in Tamil Nadu. TDS will come or not? Supplier and place of supply in one state, recipient in another, then TDS will not come. Next. Transaction is out of scope of supply. People, section number 72, Camel G. You remember Camel G? Supposingly I supplied to the government department any supply on which there is no GST only, why TDS will come. Next. I supplied nil rated supply, wholly exempt supply, non-taxable. I supplied alcohol to the government department. I supplied petrol. Government ka cheap is there. I am a petrol pump. I supplied government department ko petrol. Will TDS come? When there is no GST only, when there is no GST only, there will be no TDS. Next, transaction on which tax is payable under. I supplied some supply to the government department. Government department has to pay GST under RCM, no TDS. And whenever a payment is made to an unregistered supplier, if I am going ahead, if government department is making the payment to me and I am unregistered, if government pays the GST TDS to the government department pays the TDS to the government, will I get the credit if I am unregistered? So in that scenario, they will not go ahead and deduct TDS. People, are we all clear with this point? Now, one thing you have to remember. Supposingly, people listen. I went ahead and this is the government department. This is the department of government. They went ahead and gave me a tender. You know, tender will be there. Saying full year you only supply stationery, 5 lakh rupees government ka tender is there. Okay, everyone, can I go ahead? Now tell me one thing, 5 lakh rupees is the contract between me and the government. Is the contract value more than 2.5 lakh? Now, if government department pays me 10,000 rupees, next month 20,000 rupees, third month 30,000 rupees, will TDS be deducted? Remember, everyone listen. I am supplying monthly, but is the tender value more than 2.5 lakh? People, is the tender value more than 2.5 lakh? Whenever government department will pay me, government department will go ahead and deduct TDS. How much, everyone? 1%. See, I have told over here. See, if I supply to the government department more than 2.5 lakh, government department will deduct what, everyone? TDS. Now, sometime what happened? Government department does a contract with you that you keep supplying and will keep making the payment to you. So, whenever they are making the payment to you, they will keep deducting the TDS. But the contract value should be more than. See, in case of supply under a contract, check for what? Total contract value. If contract value is more than 2.5 lakh, then single invoice shall not matter now. Might be you gave an invoice for 10,000, they are making a payment of 10,000. You gave an invoice for 20, they are making a payment for 20. Next month you gave 50, they are making 50. It doesn't matter. Is the total contract value more than 2.5? They are telling, always see contract value for determining TDS or, but deduct only on the invoice amount. Whenever government department is making the payment to you, they will deduct. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Everyone over here, tell me one thing. What are the cases? Who are the TDS deductor? First of all, my question to you guys, who are the TDS deductor? Louder. Department of Central Government, State Government, Local Authority, Governmental Agencies, other notified persons. In this, there are two people who don't have to deduct. Whenever TDS deductors are supplying to each other and Ministry of Defence. Again, my question. I am in the state of Karnataka, supplier. Place of supply is also in Karnataka. Recipient is in other state. TDS, no TDS. no TDS. I am in Karnataka, recipient is in other state, place of supply is also in other state. TDS, no TDS? TDS. Are we clear, everyone? I am supplying exempt supply to the government department. TDS, no TDS? No TDS. I am supplying those supply on which government department should pay GST under RCM. TDS, no TDS? No TDS. I am supplying to government department section number 7(2) wala supplies which are neither supply of goods nor supply of service. No TDS. I am supplying to the government department alcohol. TDS, no TDS. Are we all clear till here, everyone? Can we go ahead? If I am supplying to the government department and I have charged CGST and HGST, how much TDS will be done? 1% CGST, 1% HGST. Otherwise, interstate then 2% IGST. People, I'll close my revision. I'll close my revision on the chapter of TDS. People, listen to me very carefully. I've gone ahead and tried my best to go ahead and tell you little in detail, more in detail. Already one TDS ka video is there on the YouTube channel, which we have actually done in the class. That video also I have gone ahead and uploaded. You guys can see that detailed video also. Baba, let me remind you, this is a revision. I can't go more detailed than this. Correct, everyone? Otherwise, it will become a regular class. Right, everyone? I'll go ahead, close my revision on the chapter of TDS. Done. Baba, TDS ka detailed video is there on YouTube. Now, people who are not studying at home and thinking revision may they will come and first time they will understand everything. Baba, you are in a very bad stage. Please start studying. Study that detailed video and then see the revision again. I don't want to demotivate anyone, but if you have not studied the detailed video or you have not attended the class, there are some students who directly come for the revision thinking they will understand everything. In the class, never studied only. You getting my point? And people who are watching at home also, TDS, TCS and place of supply. TDS, TCS, place of supply ka detailed video is there. In the revision, I am again reminding you, we'll revise only. We'll not go ahead and talk about in detail. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Otherwise, it will become a regular class. We'll have to take for 5 more days. Correct, everyone? Chalo. Can we move to the next one? TCS. We'll take a break after TCS, okay? Ganesh, your query which is there, you have to see the detailed video. Detailed video on TDS is already available. In that I have told it. Chalo, can we move to the next one, everyone? Please come to TCS. Please come to TCS, everyone. Everyone over here now. TDS done. TDS done. Now we are going to talk about TCS. Remember, TCS which is there is basically collected by whom, everyone? Tax collected at source. TCS again is a tracking mechanism. I'll tell you what used to happen. I am a person, I am selling goods through Flipkart. People will place the order. Order will come to me. I will pack and send it to the government. I'll send it to, not government. People place an order. Order comes to me. I send it to the buyer. Yes or no, everyone? I am the supplier. These suppliers were sitting at home. I am supposedly sitting at home and doing business. Now, government was finding it very difficult to catch these people. Are you guys able to understand? And hence, government went ahead and told e-commerce operator, hey, e-commerce operator, whenever you are making payment to this kind of people, no, supposedly I am a person selling through e-commerce, then whenever he is making a payment to me, no, supposedly 1 lakh rupees ka payment is there, he will cut 1%, he will cut 0.5% and 0.5%, which is 1% and give it to the government. Government will do a ulta calculation. 1000 is 1%. How much is 100%? 1 lakh. Now, if I don't show a sale of 1 lakh rupees, government will catch my neck and say, hey, you are selling through e-commerce. Why are you not showing a sale? Are you guys able to understand? Again, TCS is what, everyone? It's a tracking mechanism. Government tracks you with the help of TCS. Chalo, I'll go ahead and explain you. For an example, this is an online buyer. He went and placed an order on Flipkart. Flipkart say order came to me. What will I do, everyone? I will go ahead and pack the goods and I will send the goods to the buyer. When I am sending the goods, I will also send an invoice. 50,000 ka, for an example, goods are there. GST is how much? 10%. I will go ahead and send the goods to him along with the bill. Now remember one thing. He will go ahead and make the payment to the e-commerce. E-commerce will go ahead and make the payment to me. Story over. Now I will be hiding in my home only. I will never pay any income tax. I'll never pay any GST, etc. I'll tell, hey, how will government come to know I am sitting in my home? They will not have government entered your home and told, hey, pay TCS, pay the GST. Have they ever caught you? There are many people who are doing business from home. Yes or no? Through Flipkart, Amazon, etc. So government told, hey, Flipkart, before you make the payment to this person, no, do one thing. Supposingly, how much was the sale for? 50,000. Please deduct 1%, which is how much? Now this Flipkart e-commerce operator who is there, he will deduct how much, everyone? TCS. He will first of all take registration as tax collector. He will pay the TCS. How much was the TCS, everyone? 500, and he will file one return which is GSTR 8 by next month. Now tell me one thing. How much government got? 500. Government will do one calculation. 500 rupees is 1%. How much is 100%? How much is 100%, everyone? How much is 100%? 50,000. So government will say, oh, this boy is selling goods for 50,000 through Flipkart. Now, if I don't show a sale of 50,000 in my return, government will catch me. Are you guys able to understand? So now what will happen? This 500, will government return this 500 to me? It will come to my, it will be made available on my dashboard. Now this time, no, they went ahead and made one small amendment. They told it will be made available only to whom? Registered supplier. Or if I am not registered, then how will it be made available to me? So the word registered was added. So it will be made available to whom? Registered supplier. I will do the validation. Correct. I should get 500 and the amount will come in my e-cash ledger. Is my point clear to all? Can I go ahead? Tell me one thing. If in my bill, I have charged CGST and SGST, what will the TCS be deducted? 0.5% CGST and 0.5% SGST. If in my bill I have charged IGST, what TCS will be deducted? 1% IGST. People, is my TCS ka point clear to all of you? One person places an order will come to me. People, one person places an order will come to me. I will pack the goods and send, and then I will send the invoice. I will pack the goods and send, and then I will send the invoice. If in the invoice, Baba, here 2.5 lakh ka limit is not there. In TDS 2.5 lakh ka limit is there. TCS mein there is no limit. Are we clear? Even if I have sold 1 rupee ka sale through e-commerce, e-commerce will deduct TCS or not deduct? Yeah. Now listen, I will go ahead. People, what will happen now? I will go ahead and send the invoice. That guy will make the payment to the e-commerce. E-commerce will go ahead and deduct what, everyone? TCS, how much? 0.5, 0.5 or 1% and give it to the government, and government will give the credit to me. Is my point clear to all? Now, everyone over here. TCS collector, when they have to collect TCS, don't they have to take registration, everyone? Yes. So it says they have to take separate registration, which is based on what, everyone? PAN number. No TCS if the amount is directly received by the supplier. I'll tell you one example. You know OLX? OLX? I put my bike on OLX. One person saw the bike. I sold the bike. He made the payment to me. Did OLX ever collect the payment? I sold, I collected. When OLX never collected the payment, they will never deduct TCS. Remember, whenever you have sold directly and you have collected the amount, e-commerce never came in between. When e-commerce never came in between in collecting the amount, they will never deduct TCS. Is my point clear to all? TCS will be deducted when the payment is collected by the e-commerce. Is my point clear to all? Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Now, for an example, see here, everyone. I went ahead and supplied aggregate, supposingly in a month I supplied through e-commerce 10 lakh rupees. I am a supplier. I supplied how much? 10 lakh. Out of this, there are 5 lakh rupees ka goods which have come back. You know, in e-commerce, lot of people return the goods set. Yes or no, everyone? People buy, then return. People buy and return. For an example, I sold through Flipkart 10 lakh. 5 lakh rupees ka goods have come back. How much is the remaining? So on what amount will TCS be deducted? On 5 lakh, TCS will be deducted. Are we clear, everyone? Next. TCS may always you have to exclude section number 9.5 wala supplies. What is section number 9.5? Do you remember? Thar wala services. On Thar wala services, who pays the GST? E-commerce pays the GST. Correct or not? And hence on Thar services, never TCS will be deducted. Remember one thing, on Thar wala services, what will not be deducted? TCS. Because they are telling, see, TCS deduct, but don't exclude what? Notified supplies, which are under section number 9.5. THA. Can you tell me what is THR? Transportation of Transportation of passengers. Do you remember everyone? Housekeeping, accommodation, and R for restaurant. People, I'll tell you one small thing now. Is my point clear till here, everyone? Now tell me one thing. E-commerce operator, it has to deduct TCS. It has to take registration as a TCS collector. Yes or no, everyone? Next. Now, my TCS will be deducted, right, everyone? People. Now, if I am a supplier whose turnover is less than 20 lakh or 10 lakh, might be I am a supplier of goods or I am a supplier of service. Supplier of goods also up to 20 lakh or 10 lakh don't have to take registration when they are supplying through e-commerce. And if you are a supplier of service also, then less than equal to 20 lakh or 10 lakh, you don't have to take registration. Up to what amount, everyone? 20 lakh or 10 lakh. If I cross 20 lakh and 10 lakh, then compulsory registration. 40 lakh limit is not there. What is the limit, everyone? 20 lakh. And if I am selling, my question, if I am selling services through e-commerce, when will I take registration? When I cross 20 lakh or 10 lakh. If I am selling goods through e-commerce, 20 lakh or 10 lakh. People, please come to your registration ka chapter. I want to talk about this. And tell me one thing, is e-commerce also required compulsory registration? Please come to your registration ka chapter. I told you 2 points, which I told you I'll tell you later. You remember, everyone? You did not remember. Everyone over here now. First of all, if I am a government department TDS deductor, do I have to take compulsory registration? Yes. People, second here. If I am an e-commerce operator who has to collect TCS, do I have to take compulsory registration? Yes. Over now. Next. If I am, people listen, if you are a person who is supplying, other than 9.5, leave 9.5 wala supply because 9.5 ke liye we have already understood. Through e-commerce, who is going to deduct TCS, then you have to take compulsory. But you are exempted if you are a supplier of service. Up to what limit? Tell me one thing. I am a supplier of service through e-commerce. People, go to Urban Clap. Urban Clap ke through order comes to me. I am a beautician. Is it coming under THAR? Is THAR mein beautician service coming? No. When will I take registration? When I cross 20 lakh or 10 lakh. Okay. I am selling mobile phone through e-commerce. When will I take registration? Here. Supplier of goods also. Who's agree? This is the amendment. You have to remember. See, everyone. Supplier of goods having aggregate turnover in last year or current year not exceeding the registration limit. People, can you tell me what is the registration limit for supplier of goods? 20 lakh, 10 lakh and 40 is also there. So people, remember, if you are a supplier of goods and you have not crossed your registration limit, which is how much? 40, 20 or 10. You are exempted from what, everyone? Compulsory registration, but you have to fulfill some condition. People, remember this point. Tell me one thing. First they told, if you are selling through e-commerce, compulsory. But then they told, if you are a supplier of service, up to what limit exempted? 20 lakh or 10 lakh. If you are a supplier of goods, up to what limit exempted? 40, 20 or 10. But for supplier of goods, they get some condition. If you are selling through e-commerce, such person shall not be making any interstate supply of goods. It means you can't sell from one state to another. Are we clear? Okay, what if I sell from one state to another? Compulsory registration. Did you guys get this point, everyone? Next. Such person is common, shall not make supply of goods through e-commerce in more than one state. What if I am selling in more than one state? I am there in Karnataka also, I am there in Delhi also. Compulsory. Next. Such person is required to obtain PAN. Okay, fine, I will take the PAN number. And before making the supply through e-commerce, you should declare your PAN number, address, state in which the person seeks to make supply. You have to go and declare when you know. I'll show you everyone over here. 1 minute. 1 minute. You have to go to gst.gov.in. Here you have to go to services. Okay, everyone. User services. Can you see generate user ID? People, here you have to go ahead and say that I want to go ahead. I am not a registered person. I am not a registered person. I want to supply through e-commerce. Can you see over here? You have to go ahead and declare all your PAN number, etc., address, etc., everything, and you have to proceed, and you will get one enrollment number. You will get what, everyone? Validation will happen and you will get one enrollment number. One enrollment number only will be given in a state, and you should not make any supply before the enrollment is granted. Now tell me one thing. Generally, if a person is selling through e-commerce, compulsory registration, yes, but then supplier of services exempted up to what limit? 20 lakh and 10 lakh. Supplier of goods, last year or current year, your turnover should not exceed the threshold limit. What is the threshold limit? 40, 20 or 10. But supplier of goods have to fulfill some condition. Number one, no interstate supply. Number two, you should not be supplying from more than one state. Number three, everyone, you should obtain PAN. Before making any supply, go online and take enrollment. You have to declare all the state, etc. You will get enrollment number. One enrollment only will be given in a state, and only once you get the enrollment number, you can make your supply. If this condition is fulfilled, then you are exempted. Otherwise, compulsory registration. Is my point clear to all? Please come back, everyone. So tell me one thing. Supplier of goods will be exempted up to what limit? 40 lakh, 20 lakhs, 10 lakhs. Supplier of services, 20 and 10. Are we all clear till here? Can we go ahead? People, tell me one thing. What are the cases when TCS will not be applicable? What are the cases when TCS will not be applicable? Number one over here, transaction is out of scope. People, land is sold through e-commerce. 99acres.com. One person is the seller. I am the buyer. Land is sold. On land, there is no GST only. So, no TCS. Transaction on which tax is payable under RCM, no TCS. Transaction is nil rated, wholly exempt, non-taxable supply, no TCS. Supplier is unregistered, no TCS. Then, no TCS on services covered under section number 9.5. Baba, section number 9.5, which are the supplies? Thar. Next. Baba, this TCS collector, what is the return? GSTR 8. This is the monthly return. For them, the annual return is which one, everyone? 9B. By what date they will file? 31st December. This is okay. Supposingly, e-commerce operator filed GSTR 8 and there was some mistake. Might be they did not show one TCS of 1 month and they showed it in the next month. You have to pay along with interest at the rate of 18%. What is the maximum time limit to correct? If any mistake is there of this year, by what date can you correct it? 30th November following the end of financial year or actual date of filing the annual statement, whichever is earlier. Tell me one thing, TDS and TCS, what is the difference? TDS, the rate is 1 plus 1. TCS, the rate is 0.5 and 0.5. This, who will deduct? TDS, the recipient deducts and pays to the TCS, government, who deducts? E-commerce operator, and he pays to the government. TDS obligation is only on notified recipient. You know who is liable to deduct? Government department, local authority, governmental agency, notified category, correct? But TCS is on every who will collect the payment. TDS is only when the value is more than. TCS only if e-commerce is collecting the consideration, TCS is applicable. TDS, GSTR 7, TCS collector, GSTR 8. Actually, their return is not called return, it's called a statement. Are we all clear till here? Is my point 100% clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? People, remember one thing. Remember one thing over here. TDS is 2%, TCS is 1%. Yes, everyone? TDS में it is 0.5, 0.5. TCS में it is TDS is 1 and 1. TCS is 0.5 and 0.5. Are we clear? TDS में there is a limit. 2.5 lakh. TCS, no limit. TDS, who deducts? Government department. TCS, e-commerce. What if e-commerce is not collecting the payment? then no TDS. Are we all clear? 9.5 wale supplies pe, no TCS. Are we all clear? I'll close my revision on the chapter of TCS. TCS ka also complete chapter is uploaded on YouTube. This was a revision, so we have gone ahead and covered quickly. Right, everyone? 1 minute. I have one small thing to tell. 1 minute, Baba, 1 minute. Tell me one thing. In our chapter, just a minute, everyone. Here. In our chapter of 9.3, I told you one circular is there. Do you guys remember this circular? I told I will do this after we have gone ahead and done the TCS ka chapter. We'll go ahead and read this circular quickly and then close. I told you, no? Huh? Yes, everyone over here. Services supplied by restaurant through e-commerce. People, services supplied by restaurant through. Do you remember this? Supposingly, one person is there. She went to Zomato or Swiggy, and Zomato, Swiggy directed it to whom? Restaurant. Restaurant supplied the food. Now, relating to this, lot of questions were asked. Government went ahead and clarified. People, tell me one thing. On which services is these services are coming under section number 9.5? This service is coming under section number. This is Zomato. This is one person. She ordered. Order came to one restaurant. Restaurant packed the food and sent. Who will collect the TCS? So, TCS on 9.5 is not there only. This is 9.5 ka supply. Are we clear? Here there is no TCS. First of all, is TCS there on this? Why? 9.5 wala supply. But relating to this also, lot of clarifications are given. So we'll talk about that clarification. Are we clear? And there we need the TCS ka concept. So we revise TCS first. Can we go ahead, everyone? Now, everyone over here. First circular. Since e-commerce is liable to pay GST, it is not required to collect. My question is, e-commerce will collect the GST? E-commerce will pay the GST to the government. Is it 9.5 wala supply? Yes or no? Will there be any TCS? So clarification. But supposingly, if there is any other goods and service other than 9.5, then is TCS applicable? E-commerce will have to collect TCS. But on restaurant service, no. Take it. Tell me one thing. Zomato is already registered because Zomato charges commission to its restaurant. People, what does Zomato do? Zomato charges commission to its restaurant. So for that, it is already raising a bill to the restaurant. It is taking input, charging GST to the people. Charging GST to whom? Restaurant wala. For that, it is already having output tax. Might be it is going ahead. Might be it is going ahead and buying something. So it already has input tax. Now, Zomato went ahead and asked the government, we have to collect the TCS on the restaurant ka services also, correct? Sorry. We have to collect the GST and pay the GST to the government for the restaurant also. Array, whatever food was sold by the restaurant, we have to collect the GST, no? Do we have to take one more registration? Government told not required. If you are already registered, you can use that registration only. Government told over here, e-commerce is not required to take a separate registration to pay the tax on the restaurant services. Next, people ask, sir, this restaurant is registered. Then who will pay the GST? E-commerce. Zomato only will pay. People ask, sir, what if this restaurant is unregistered person? Then also who will pay? Government told e-commerce operator only will pay. People, did you guys get this point? If restaurant services are supplied, I am a restaurant registered. Who will pay? Who will pay? Zomato, e-commerce. If I am a restaurant not registered, still who will pay? It says e-commerce will be liable to pay the GST on supplies made by unregistered restaurant through it. Means whether the restaurant is registered or unregistered, who will pay? E-commerce. Who will pay the GST, everyone? So it means from the customer, GST will be collected by e-commerce and paid to the government. Next, tell me one thing, everyone. I am a restaurant. I am going ahead and selling through Zomato, 50,000 ka sale I have done. I am selling to my other customer also and 10 lakh ka sale I have done. Can you tell me my aggregate turnover? Only 10 lakh or 10 lakh plus 50,000? Baba, tell me one thing. Whether selling through e-commerce or selling directly, is this also not my turnover? Yes or no? So whether I sell through Swiggy, Zomato, or I sell directly to customer, what is my turnover? Both or only what I am selling directly? Both. It clarified aggregate turnover restaurant shall include the value of supply made through e-commerce. Then tell me one thing, e-commerce is collecting the GST and paying the GST to the government, no? One clarification came, this GST has to be collected and paid by using cash. Zomato cannot use its input tax credit. This has to be always paid in cash. Clarification, e-commerce shall pay the GST always in cash on the restaurant service. My questions to you guys, everyone tell me one thing. I am a restaurant registered. Who will pay the GST? E-commerce. I am a restaurant unregistered. Who will pay the GST? Louder. E-commerce. E-commerce will pay the GST in cash or through input tax? Cash. I am making direct supplies also. I am selling through e-commerce also. My turnover will include my direct supplies or through the e-commerce wala also? Both. Clear? I'll ask you one question. Only on restaurant service, TCS is not applicable, right? Okay. For an example, there is one person. He went to Zomato. Zomato directed the order to me. You know what was the order? Order was for food also. Order was for a gift also. This boy is in love for his girlfriend, or okay, this girl is in love for her boyfriend. She ordered what? Food also, and she ordered gift also. I packed the food and I sent. I also sent the gift. People listen. She paid for the food also. She paid for the gift also. People listen to me very carefully. She paid for what, everyone? Food also. She paid for the. My question is, on what supply will the e-commerce collect and pay GST? On the food, e-commerce will collect the GST and pay the GST to the. My question is, what about the other item which was for which supposedly the girl paid 10,000, the e-commerce, he is also in e-commerce, right? Is this amount for a 9.5 wala supply or other than 9.5? So when e-commerce is paying to me, what will the e-commerce do? TCS at the rate of. Sure, everyone got it? So remember, if restaurant and other services are sold by the restaurant to a customer under the same order, it is advisable that the e-commerce will raise a separate bill. E-commerce will raise a separate bill for the food, and for this I will only directly raise a bill. But for restaurant service, on the other goods and service, supplier will raise the bill and e-commerce will collect what, everyone? TCS. Although this circular is not very important at intermediate level, because at intermediate level they have introduced TCS only for the first time, but still you never know what they can go ahead and ask. So I clarified you relating to this circular also. Are we clear, everyone? Chalo, please come down. We are done with our chapter of TCS. Congratulations, people. I'll close my revision on the chapter of TCS. Now all you have to do is some question answers and we are done. People, now the next chapter is returns. The next chapter is what, everyone? Returns. What time do we resume? 5 o'clock we resume, everyone. 5 o'clock we resume. Yes? Chalo, 15 minutes break. 5 o'clock exactly we resume. Don't be late. I'll start exactly at 5 o'clock. People watching at home will resume at 5 o'clock. Break.
ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲ ವರ್ಷ ಅಂಗಡಿ
नीचे ही है. People, can we go ahead? Everyone, quickly settle down. Can we go ahead, everyone? Quickly settle down. Quickly settle down, everyone. Chalo. Let's move to the next chapter now. The next chapter is returns, everyone. Please come to the chapter of returns. The last chapter. After this, we have place of supply also. Yes. Chalo, please come to returns, everyone. Everyone, we started learning GST with goods or service has to be. Supply can be either interstate supply or intrastate. Interstate supply, what will be levied, everyone? IGST. Intrastate, CGST. Once GST is levied, GST has to be by a taxable. How will he collect? How will he pay? GST is equal to value of supply into rate of. Once you know the value, you will prepare what? Tax invoice. Then credit note and debit note. All this you will maintain your accounts and you will send the goods to the other person with the help of. Now your liability will come. Liability to pay comes at the time of. Once your liability has come, you will use your input tax credit. For an example, my liability which is there is 1000 rupees. I use my remaining amount 100 rupees. For an example, I had input. Remaining what is there, everyone? I'll have to make the payment of 900 rupees. Do you guys agree with me? Now, after this, I will go ahead and say, sir, this was my liability. This is my input. This much I went ahead and made the payment. This much you don't have to call to the government and say. You have to go ahead and tell to the government by filing a return. And here comes the chapter of returns, everyone. Let's go ahead. Now, returns ka chapter starts with, supposingly you are a supplier. You became liable. People, you started your business. One day you will become liable. Can you tell me you become liable under which section, everyone? You become liable under which section? Section number 22 or section number? One question, 3 to 4 mark. They will go ahead and ask. So please carefully see, everyone. Everyone over here now. Once you become liable for registration, you should apply within how many days? Supposingly you applied within 30 days and registration is granted. Registration is valid from which date? From the date of becoming liable. Now people, from here to here, whatever supplies you have done, you will be able to issue what, everyone? Revised tax invoice. All the revised tax invoice you should show in your return, which is known as the first return. Are we clear, everyone? Next. Now you will start filing your regular returns. What are regular returns? Means normally what are the returns a person goes ahead and files? A person will go ahead and file GSTR1, which is the details of his outward supply. Means whatever sales I have done during a month, I will go ahead and show in my GSTR1. So people, what happens in the return? A person files his GSTR1. It goes in another person ka GSTR2B. He would have also filed his GSTR1. Yes or no, everyone? And this goes in another person ka GSTR2B. Now what happens? You file your GSTR1. In your GSTR2B, your input is there. In your GSTR1, your outward supply and output tax liability is there. Correct, everyone? In your GSTR2B, whatever is your input tax rate, those details are there. So you will file your GSTR3B saying, sir, this is my output tax liability, this is my input tax credit, and remaining amount you make the payment, and you file which return, everyone? GSTR3B. So first of all, a person files GSTR1, then he will see what is his input tax credit, and then he will go ahead and file GSTR3B, where output minus input net amount he will make the payment and file the return. Are we all clear with this? Clear, everyone? Now, earlier there was something called GSTR2, which is no more there. GSTR3B we have already done. Composition dealer file GSTR4. 4 and we have GSTR 5 also, which we'll talk about it. NRTP के लिए GSTR 5 is there. Now every month you will file GSTR 1 and then GSTR 3B. GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. Now, once the year gets over, for an example, this is the whole year. Once the whole year gets over, what is the return you will file at the year end? Once the year gets over, by the year end, you have to file by 31st December, you have to file annual return. GSTR 9 is the annual return for normal person, and composition dealer, it is GSTR 9A. For TCS collector, I have told you GSTR 9B. You remember everyone? Yes. Now, along with the annual return, there is a document which is self-certified reconciliation statement. If your aggregate turnover is more than 5 crore, you have to give one reconciliation statement also, which has to be given along with annual return. Now, for the year 17-18, see, generally every registered person is required to file what, everyone? Annual return. Every registered person is required to file annual return. But then government went ahead and told, for the year 17-18, 18-19, 19-20, 20-21, 21-22, and now for the year 22-23 also, government have gone ahead and told, if your turnover is up to 2 crore rupees, then Baba, you don't have to file your annual return also. Annual return is not required. See, generally annual return is required to be filed by every registered person. But then government went ahead and told what, everyone? If your turnover is up to 2 crore, you are exempted from filing annual return. Now, one more line is there which says annual return wala, this concept is not applicable to government ka department whose books are being audited by C&AG, Controller and Auditor General of India, or auditor appointed under their law, because they are already going ahead and doing the audit there. They are not, these people are not required to go ahead and file what, everyone? This annual return etc. is not required to be filed by whom? This Department of Central Government, State Government etc. are not required. Can I go ahead, everyone, to file what? Annual return and reconciliation statement. Now, sir, again I'll start monthly return. Then what will happen? Year will get over. Then I'll file what? Annual return. Now, I thought, okay, let me close down my business only. Business discontinued and I applied for cancellation. Sir, cancellation proceedings are going on. During this period, your registration will be suspended. Now, everyone listen to me very carefully. Once your registration is cancelled, from the date of cancellation or the cancellation order, whichever is later. People, for an example, the cancellation order came today and government went ahead and cancelled your registration from a registration ka cancellation order came here and government went ahead and cancelled your registration from a prospective date or might be a retrospective date. So they are going ahead and telling when your registration ka order came and supposing your registration is cancelled from this date, then registration order or the date of cancellation, whichever is later, from that day, within 3 months, you have to go ahead and file one return, which is a bye-bye return to GST, which is known as what, everyone? Final return, GSTR. Are we clear, everyone? For an example, your registration cancellation order came today, but government cancelled your registration retrospectively from this date. From which day you will see? From retrospective date or from the date of cancellation order? From the cancellation order, within 3 months, you have to go ahead and file which return, everyone? Final return. Are we clear, everyone? So final return is which return, everyone? Once the registration of a person is cancelled from the date of registration or from the date of registration order, cancellation, sorry, from the date of cancellation or from the date of cancellation order. People, you got it? From the date of cancellation or from the date of cancellation order, within 3 months, you are required to file which return, everyone? Final return, GSTR 10. Are we all clear? Important from exam point of view. Okay, everyone. Next. Now, sir, this GSTR 1 which is there is to be filed every month. Yes or no, everyone? You have to file. So, for an example, if I go ahead and tell you, what are the returns to be filed by a normal person? What are the returns to be filed by a person normally, everyone? April. Supposingly April. He will file by next month. He will file by next month, May 11th. What will he file? 11th, he will file GSTR 1 and then Baba he will pay the tax and then he will file his GSTR. Do you guys agree with me? In GSTR 3 basically he'll say output tax, input tax, then he will pay his tax and remaining and then he will file his GSTR 3B. So and when he files his GSTR 1 it will go to the front party ka GSTR 2B and on the basis of 2B the recipient will be able to take the credit. Do you guys agree with me? The same way if I go ahead and talk about May. In the month of May, for the month of May, he'll file by what date? 11th of June, he will file GSTR 1, then he will file his GSTR 3B. Before, once he is filing his GSTR 3B, he has to pay his tax. Pay the tax and file his GSTR 3B. GSTR 3B, output, input, and remaining amount pay, and then file the return. Are we clear, everyone? When he files his GSTR 1, it goes to the another person ka GSTR 2B. Sir, supposingly it is June month. Again, I have to file GSTR 1, and again it will go to the front party ka GSTR 2B, and again I will file GSTR. Yes or no? Pay the tax and file GSTR 3B. Now people went ahead and told the government, sir, every month, what do I have to do? GSTR 1, then it will go to the front person ka GSTR 2B, then I have to file GSTR 3B. GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, GSTR 1, GSTR 3B. Sir, please give me a simple one. I don't want to go ahead and file the return. Every month, two returns are not required. One is your GSTR 1, one is your, actually GSTR 1 is a statement. GSTR 1, GSTR 3B, GSTR 1, GSTR 3B. So people went ahead and told the government, we don't want this every month wala tension. You give us something quarterly. So government went ahead and told, instead of filing GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B like this, that sir, April may 1 GSTR 1, May ka 1 GSTR 1, June ka 1 GSTR 1, then pay the tax and then file GSTR 3B, GSTR 3B, GSTR 3B. What you can do is, for every quarter, you can file one GSTR 1 and one GSTR 3B, and hence government went ahead and told over here, monthly, quarterly return you can go ahead and file. Are we clear, everyone? And the concept was introduced, what, everyone? Quarterly return. But government told, I want my taxes monthly. I want my tax monthly. Okay, for the whole quarter you can file one GSTR 1. For the whole quarter you can file one GSTR 3B. Quarterly return. But this payment which is there, I want every month. Are we clear, everyone? And that is why one concept came which is known as quarterly return, monthly payment. So now in the exam they will go ahead and ask you, who are the people who are eligible for quarterly return, monthly payment? Sir, for an example 2021, I'll go ahead and say, if in the year 2021, first we'll learn about this quarterly return, okay, everyone? If in the year 2021 your aggregate turnover was less than equal to 5 crore, how much, everyone? Less than equal to? Then in the year 21-22, if I go ahead and tell this the year 21-22, you will be eligible for QRMP scheme. What is QRMP scheme, everyone? Quarterly 1 GSTR 1, quarterly 1 GSTR 3B. Are we clear? And hence, you don't have to file GSTR 1, GSTR 1. You can file only one GSTR 1. You don't have to file two GSTR 3B. Only last one GSTR 3B for the whole quarter is required to be filed. But the payment of tax? Monthly. Can I go ahead, everyone? Who are the people who are eligible for this scheme? Whose last year turnover is up to how much, everyone? 5 crore. In the current financial year, till the time you cross how much, everyone? 5 crore, you will be eligible. But sir, this option is available GST and wise. Matlab, if I have two registration, can I be under QRMP scheme in one registration and one non-QRMP scheme? Yes. Remember, this option is available GST and wise. So under one registration can be normal scheme, monthly return, monthly payment. Yes. Under one registration, can I be under QRMP? Yes. So it says over here, an option shall continue unless you go ahead and revise. So once you go ahead and go for QRMP scheme, then you will always be under QRMP scheme unless you go ahead and revise the option. Can I go ahead, everyone? Now tell me one thing. For the first quarter, can I be under QRMP scheme? Yes. How many returns will I file? One GSTR 1 and one GSTR 3B. Can I be under QRMP scheme in the second quarter? Yes. Third quarter, what happened? No. I went ahead and crossed my aggregate turnover of 5 crore over here. Third quarter mein. In this year, third quarter I crossed. Baba, third quarter also you can be under QRMP scheme. Fourth quarter you will become ineligible. The quarter in which you cross the aggregate turnover of 5 crore also, that quarter you can still be under. Next quarter, can I be out of QRMP? Yes. Next quarter you will be out of QRMP. My question to you guys, this year my turnover, which year? 21-22, my turnover has already crossed 5 crore. 22-23, can I take QRMP scheme? Yes or no? No, because your last year turnover is already more than 5 crore. Are we all clear till here? So people, tell me one thing. If I go under QRMP scheme, how many GSTR 1 I have to file? 1. How many GSTR 3B I have to file? 1. Is my point clear to all? Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Sir, if I am under monthly scheme, people over here, people who are not QRMP, means who is monthly payment, monthly return wala scheme mein, they file their GSTR 1 by what date, everyone? 11. Every month they will file their GSTR 1. It will go to the front party ka GSTR 2A. There is something called GSTR 2A, and then from GSTR 2A what gets created everyone? GSTR 2B. GSTR 2B gets created on what date everyone? 14. And on the basis of GSTR 2B, can I take the credit? Yes. Now tell me one thing. If I am under monthly payment, monthly return scheme, normal. Sir, what's return? GSTR 1, what is the due date everyone? 11. GSTR 3B, what is the due date? 28. But sir, if you are under QRMP scheme, what is QRMP everyone? Quarterly return, monthly payment. I'll ask you once again, everyone over here. I will write over here April, May and June. What are the returns if I am under monthly return scheme? First I will file GSTR 1 by 11th of next month. Correct everyone? Again GSTR 1, again GSTR. When I file GSTR 1, front party gets the credit to GSTR 2B. Front party will get the credit in GSTR 2B. Correct everyone? Then I will pay and file which one? 3B. Pay and file 3B. Pay and file 3B. What is the due date for 3B everyone? 20th of the next month. Are we clear everyone? But sir, if I go under QRMP scheme, I will not file GSTR 1, GSTR 1, I will file only one GSTR 1. Yes or no everyone? I will not file GSTR 3B, GSTR 3B. For the whole quarter, I will file only one GSTR 3B. Are we clear till here everyone? My question to you guys is, if I don't file GSTR 1, how will the front person, if he wants the credit in the same month, might be that front person recipient, he is under monthly return, I want the credit, what to do? So government introduced invoice furnishing facility, so that I can show the invoices for which the front party wants the credit and he will be able to take the credit. So instead of GSTR 1, what will I use everyone? Invoice furnishing facility. So April I'll use invoice furnishing, May I'll use invoice furnishing, and for June, for the whole quarter I'll file GSTR 1. Sir, here instead of GSTR 3B, I'll file only one GSTR 3B. Is my point clear to all? Remember one thing, for invoice furnishing facility or GSTR 1, the due date is 13th. What is the due date everyone? 13. And for GSTR 3B, if you are under QRMP scheme, the due date is what? 22nd and 24th. For some state it is 22nd and for some state it is 24th. Everyone over here, listen to me very carefully. Who are the people who want credit? Who are registered person? Yes or no everyone? So only those invoices you will show in your invoice furnishing facility which are B2B invoices. B2B means what everyone? B2B means what? Which are business to business, means whoever is a registered person. So might be if I would have gone ahead and shown in April, May, June. Can you tell me in April I will show B2B invoices? In May I will show B2B invoices. In June also I will show B2B. But June when I will file GSTR 1, no. I will show B2B means registered person ko whatever I have sold. April and May, whatever B2C sales I have done. B2C means to unregistered person what I have sold, and June month ka whatever B2C sale. So can you tell me in the invoice furnishing facility I'll show B2B invoices or B2C invoices? B2B. Second again B2B. Last wala mein B2B, and all the remaining invoices which I have not shown I'll show in the GSTR 1 of the full quarter. Are we clear everyone? Can I go ahead? Did you guys understand this point? So it is telling over here, people see, QRMP scheme, aggregate turnover is up to how much everyone? 5 crore. Then you can file GSTR 3B quarterly by what date? 22nd and 24th. April, May and June if I tell you, you will do IFF and GSTR 1. What is the due date now? 13 and 13. Do you guys agree with me? In the first two IFF, you will show only B2B invoices, but in the last one GSTR 1 you will show B2B and B2C, and April and May ka which one? B2C. And if B2B any invoice you did not show that also. Are we clear everyone? Is my point clear to all people? Now it will go in the GSTR 2A, and from 2A what will get created? 2B gets created on 14th, and the front party will be able to take the credit. My question to you guys everyone, I am under monthly return, monthly payment. How many GSTR 1 I will file? Monthly return, monthly payment. 3 GSTR 1 and 3 GSTR 3B. But if I am under quarterly return, monthly payment, how many GSTR 1? 1. How many GSTR 3B? 1. But for the first 2 months, I want to pass on the credit. How to pass on the credit? I have to use invoice furnishing facility. Under quarterly return, what are the due dates, everyone? 13th and 22nd or 24th. Are we 100% clear? The next one over here, listen, I will file now. Okay, you understood about GSTR1, everyone? Instead of GSTR1, IFF and GSTR1. But what about this payment? If I am not going ahead and filing my GSTR 3B, how will I know what is my output, what is my input, how much do I have to go ahead and pay? Yes or no, everyone? You will do your you will tell the government, I will do calculation quarterly. When I'll file my GSTR 3B, that time I will do the calculation and I'll make the payment. But government wants the payment monthly. So over here, everyone, it goes ahead and says that procedure post opting. Once you have opted for QRMP scheme, quarterly return, but payment is what, everyone? Quarterly return, but payment has to be done monthly. So for an example, this is the month of April, this is the month of May, and this is the month of June. People, for this quarter, April, May, June, I have to make the payment every month. Yes or no? April ka payment I'll do by, you know what is the payment date? 25th of the next month. May month ka when will I do the payment? 25th of June. And June month ka payment when will I do, everyone? July 25th, nahi, July 22nd or 24th when I am filing the GSTR 3B. Is my point clear to all? People, tell me one thing. April month ka when will I make the payment? 25th May. May month ka when will I make the payment? 25th June. June month ka when will I make the payment? 25th of July or 22nd or 24th of July when I am filing 3B? 22nd or 24th. Now when I have to make the payment, it says you have two options. One is fixed sum method and one is self-assessment method. What is fixed sum method going ahead and telling? Fixed sum method goes ahead and says, Ramesh, listen. April, May and June, if you have come under quarterly return monthly payment scheme first time you have come under quarterly return, so last month, March month ka, how much payment did you do? For the month of March, how much payment you did? By using your e-cash ledger. Output, input, how much you paid? I told I paid 50. So they are telling 50,000 if you have paid in the month of March. April ke liye also pay 50. May ke liye also pay 50. And June May, when you are going ahead, June month ka, for the whole quarter you will file your GSTR 3B, no? You do the actual calculation. So they are telling over here, if return was furnished monthly and you are new to QRMP scheme, just people over here, April, May and June, right? Last month, March month ka, how much payment did I do? Because March month ka when I would have filed GSTR 3B, I would have made the payment. How much payment I did? I told 50,000. They are telling pay that 100% of the amount. 50,000 you pay for the month of April also. 50,000 pay for the month of May also. And June May, what will you do? June ka return. You will file GSTR 3B in July. Then do the actual calculation. If anything is refundable, we'll give the refund. If anything is payable, you pay. Because when you are filing GSTR 3B for the whole quarter, you will do the calculation. At the time of calculation, either you will get a refund or you will have to pay the difference. Is my point clear to all? That is what is told. But supposingly, see here everyone, make the differential payment when you are filing the GSTR 3B and you don't have to pay any interest. Are you guys able to understand? But if you don't make the payment on time, which is 22nd or 24th, then you have to pay interest at the rate of 18%. Now tell me one thing. I was already under QRMP scheme, January, February, March. January, February and now also I am under QRMP scheme. How much should I pay? If I had paid 1 lakh rupees for the month of January, February and March for the whole quarter, when I filed the GSTR 3B, I paid 1 lakh. They are telling 33.33%, 33.33% and 33.33. Yes or no, everyone? Whole quarter ka, if I had paid 1 lakh, I should pay how much for April? 33, 33 and 33. So they told just pay. Where last quarter GSTR 3B is furnished quarterly, just pay 35% of the 33 ke jagah they have told how much, everyone? 35% of the GST paid in the previous quarter, 35% of the GST paid in the previous quarter and remaining when you are filing GSTR 3B. Can you tell me, everyone, how will you make monthly payment? Last quarter, I was under quarterly return and I paid 1 lakh rupees. 35% and then balance. I will do the calculation, output minus input and I'll pay the balance. Do you guys agree with me? If last quarter I had not taken QRMP scheme, monthly payment, I was under there and I paid 20,000. How much will I pay for April? 20. May how much? 20 and June differential, output minus input and balance. Are we clear, everyone? I told the government, hey government, I don't want this method of yours. I will go with my method, self-assessment. I will assess every month how much is my output tax liability, how much is my input tax credit, and I'll make the actual payment. Government is telling if you want to do that, you can do that also. This was what everyone deemed method. Last month ka 100%, 100% and balance. What is last quarter ka 35%, 35% and balance. This is deemed method. Government gave you a simple solution. But if you want to make actual payment, can you do that? Government told yes. Actual liability and actual liability also you can pay. Are we clear, everyone? But here, if by chance you land up paying anything short, might be actual liability was 1 lakh, but here you paid only 80, then this 20,000 pay interest will be payable. Are we clear, everyone? Is my point clear to all? See, for an example, January to March, I had paid, in the quarter, I paid 100, 100, 550. Can you tell me, in the month of April and May, how much will I pay? Of this 35%, 35%, 35% and 35%. May, how much will I pay? Same. Is my point clear to all? But supposingly, I was under monthly return. In the month of March, I filed monthly return. And for the month of March, I paid this much. Can you tell me April and May, how much will I pay? Same amount. Is my point 100% clear to all? Can I go ahead, everyone? Sure. People clear? Everyone 100% clear? Quickly give me a heads up. People watching at home, are we all clear? Can I go ahead? Next. Everyone over here. Now, people ask, sir, supposingly, I want to go ahead and this last year, my turnover was less than equal to 5 crore. Now, I was under monthly return only. This quarter, I want to take quarterly return. For a single quarter, can I opt for quarterly return? Government told yes. What is the manner of opting for quarterly return? Whenever you want, you can come under quarterly return and this is the option. See over here, everyone. For an example, April, May, June, I want quarterly return. Okay, everyone. When can I go online and exercise the option that I want quarterly return? 2 months prior and 1 month later. How many months prior, everyone? 2 months prior and 1 month later. So can you tell me if April to June I want quarterly return, from which day I can opt? 1st of February till what date? 30th of April. Is my point clear to all? Can you tell me, everyone? See here, 1st of February to 30th of April, I can opt for quarterly return for the quarter April to June. People tell me one thing. July, August, September, I want QRMP scheme. Do I have to opt again or it will continue? It will continue. Okay. But still, if I want to opt, supposingly, I have not opted till now. July, August, September, I want to opt. What is the date? 1st of May to what date? 31st of July. That time I can opt for the QRMP scheme for which quarter? July to September. Is my point 100% clear to all? People come back. People over here. See, GSTR1 is to be filed by whom? Every registered person, including casual taxable person. But who will not file GSTR1? Remember, NRTP, composition dealer, TDS deductor, TCS collector and OIDRs who are there. Those people don't file what, everyone? GSTR1. Now, you know what? I will file GSTR1 or IFF. It will come where? In your GSTR2A. NRTP will file GSTR5. It will come in your GSTR2A. Baba, GSTR2A, what happens? No, I'll file my GSTR1 today. It will come in your GSTR2A. I'll file my IFF today. It will come in your GSTR2A. GSTR2A ka one screenshot is taken on 13th night. On 13th night, and they create GSTR2B. So whatever appears in your GSTR2A, they go ahead and create what? GSTR2B as on 13th night. So 13th night mein GSTR2B will get created, where you will be able to see the details of your GSTR1, whatever is your purchases, whatever GSTR5 mein NRTP has gone ahead and shown, whatever was shown in GSTR6 or IFF, all the details will come in your GSTR2B. Tell me one thing, whatever appears in your GSTR2B, can you take the credit? Louder. Yes. Are we clear, everyone? Next. People, what are the cases when you will not be allowed to file GSTR1 or invoice furnishing facility? Important question from exam point of view. Cases when registered person will be debarred from furnishing GSTR1 or invoice furnishing facility. Everyone over here. A registered person will not be allowed to furnish the detail in GSTR1 if GSTR 3B has not been furnished for the preceding month. People tell me one thing. For an example, April and May, I am under monthly return. April का I filed GSTR 1, aha, front person got GSTR 2B में credit आराम से. I have to file what, GSTR? I told, hey, who will file GSTR 3B, because GSTR 3B you have to pay the tax, correct or not? Government is telling, beta, next month GSTR 1 you cannot file. Why? Because last month ka GSTR 3B is not filed. Is my point clear? Next. A registered person with aggregate turnover up to 5 crore and was opted for quarterly return, means a person who is under QRMP scheme. He will tell, government April, May and June. April I'll do invoice furnishing, person will get the credit. May I will do invoice furnishing, person will get the credit. June month, for full quarter I'll file GSTR. One person will get the credit. Government is telling now, for the full quarter you will file GSTR 3B. No, if you don't file GSTR 3B, next quarter, IFF also not allowed, GSTR 1 also not allowed. See over here, a registered person with aggregate turnover up to 5 crore and who has opted for which scheme? Quarterly return, not allowed to furnish GSTR 1 or use IFF if he has not furnished GSTR 3B for the preceding tax period, means preceding quarter. If you did not go ahead and file your which return, everyone? GSTR 3B, next GSTR 1 and IFF also not allowed. If I am not allowed IFF or GSTR 1, what is the problem? My buyers will not get the credit. Next. People, now I want to go ahead and talk about rule number 88C and 88D. Can you see 88C and 88D? If you don't know this rule, you will not understand, correct? So you have to come to the next page where I have told about rule number 88C and rule number 88D. I'll talk about rule number 88C and 88D and then we'll go ahead. What is rule number 88C telling? People, what is rule number 88C telling? People, rule number 88C is telling, listen, you filed your GSTR 1, manner of dealing with difference in GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. Rule number 88C says what? When there is a difference between your GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B. For an example, you are a bad boy. What did you do? In GSTR 1, you told I have made a sale of 1 crore. How much is your liability? It went to the front person GSTR 2B. Did the front person take the credit? Aram se. He's done maja. And what you did? When you have to file GSTR 3B, you showed my output tax liability. My sale is 1 lakh. And my liability is only 18,000. Government is telling cheating. You should have paid me how much? 18 lakh. You paid me how much? 18,000. If you do such thing, if there is a difference between your sales in GSTR 1 and GSTR 3B, they will send you a love letter. See everyone. Where the tax payable in GSTR 1 or IFF exceeds the tax payable in GSTR 3B, where the tax payable in GSTR 1 exceeds what? GSTR 3B by such amount and percentage as may be recommended by council. As of now, council has not told, but there will be a percentage if it exceeds by that much percent. The registered person shall be intimated of such difference. You will be sent one love letter on the portal and a copy will also be sent on your mail, highlighting the difference, and it will be told to you, hey, pay the difference beta along with interest, or explain why there is a reason, why there is such a difference. Then you have to say, sir, by mistake I added one more zero in GSTR 1. Whatever is the mistake, you have to say. Are we clear, everyone? Either you pay the differential or you have to explain the difference. Within how many days? The registered person shall either pay or he will give a reply within how many days? If you don't pay or explanation is not given or your explanation is total bakwas, it is not acceptable, then they will go ahead and recover the amount from you under section number 79. 79 in CA final you will learn, they will hang you upside down and take out all the money. Movable property, immovable property, everything will be sold and they will recover the money. Everyone, what is rule number 88C? Whenever there is a difference, they will ask you in the exam, write a note on the provision of rule number 88C. What will you say? Whenever there is a difference between GSTR 1 and the liability which you have shown in your GSTR 3B, with me everyone, you will be intimated of the difference. You will be intimated of the difference on the portal. Also, you will be sent. Also, intimation will be sent on the mail. Either you have to go ahead and pay the difference within how many days? 7 days, or give a reply. If you don't do both, or your reply is not satisfactory, the amount will be recoverable. And you know what, everyone? If rule number 88C comes wherein you have been given one intimation, they are telling over here, come to the first page. A registered person to whom an intimation has been issued under rule number 88C in respect of a tax period shall not be allowed GSTR1 or IFF for a subsequent tax period. See Baba, if this month there was a difference and you were sent an intimation, next month ka GSTR1 not allowed unless you deposit the amount, whatever the difference was there, that you go ahead and deposit, or you have given a reply explaining the reason for an amount unpaid. For the differential amount, either you have to give the reply or you have to go ahead and make the payment. Otherwise, what will happen, everyone? Your GSTR1 will be blocked. Is my point clear to all? The next one over here is rule number 88D. Please come to rule number 88D. Tell me one thing, everyone. When you are filing your GSTR 3B, you take output tax liability. Input tax credit is taken as per which one? As per GSTR. In your GSTR 2B, it was 1 lakh rupees. You took 10 lakh rupees ka input tax credit. Bad boy or not? Bad boy or bad girl? Correct. You have done wrong. Yes or no, everyone? They are going ahead and telling manner of dealing with difference in the ITC in the GSTR 2B and the ITC which you have taken in your GSTR 3B. They are telling where the ITC availed by registered person in the return furnished by him exceeds the ITC available in the auto-generated GSTR 2B by such amount and percentage as will be told by the council. As of now, council has not told how much percentage you are taking more, then we'll send you a love letter. As of now, what they are telling, if your GSTR 2B mein what credit was coming and GSTR 3B mein what credit you are asking, if there is a difference, the registered person will be intimated of the difference on the portal and mail, highlighting the difference, and he will be directed to pay the excess ITC along with, can you tell me how much you have to pay? 9 lakh along with, the difference is 9 lakh, no? Along with interest, or you will have to go ahead and explain the reason within how many days? Either within 7 days you pay or explain the reason in respect of the excess ITC that has remained unpaid. Within how many days, everyone? Where any amount remains unpaid or where the explanation, no explanation or reason is furnished or explanation is total bakwas, not found acceptable, the said amount will be demanded. You will be sent one love letter and they will hang you upside down and recover the amount. Are we clear, everyone? Now tell me one thing. In this scenario, if GSTR 2B and GSTR 3B may what ITC you have taken and there is a difference and you have been given one love letter under rule number 88D, unless you reply to that love letter, your GSTR 1 for the subsequent period will be blocked. Everyone, let's read this. See over here now. A registered person to whom an intimation has been issued under 88D in respect of a tax period shall not be allowed to do GSTR 1 or IFF for a subsequent. So this month ke liye, if you are given rule number 88D mein one intimation, then for the subsequent period you will not be allowed to do GSTR 1 or IFF unless the amount is either paid or you give a reply explaining the reason in respect of the amount of excess ITC that is unpaid. Are we clear, everyone? Either you give a reply or you pay the differential. If you don't do that, what will happen? Next month ka GSTR 1 or invoice furnishing facility will be blocked. Can I go ahead, everyone? And the last reason over here is a registered person shall not be allowed to use GSTR 1 or IFF if he has not furnished the details of the bank account as per rule number 10A. Array, bank account detail, do you remember, everyone? This you remember. Everyone, okay. People, very, very important from exam point of view. Let's go ahead. Can you tell me composition dealer? I think you guys already know. Composition dealer, what is the return to be filed, everyone? GMP 08 quarterly till what date? 18. GSTR 4 by 30th of April and annual return GSTR 9A by what date? 31st of December. NRTP ka return is GSTR 5 within how many days? 13 days after the end of the month or within how many days? 7 days after the validity of the return, last day of the validity of the registration, whichever is, and they don't have any annual return. Sir, can I file my GSTR 3B, nil GSTR 3B, GSTR 1 or CMP 08 by SMS also? Yes, Baba, remember one thing, you can file your GSTR 1, GSTR 3B or nil CMP 0 it through what? SMS using the registered mobile number, and it will verify through OTP. Are we all clear till here? Next, everyone over here. Call your neighbor. You want to sit down? Stop disturbing the whole class. Everyone over here now. People, are we done with this? Can I file nil GSTR1, GSTR3B and CMP08 through SMS? Yes. Are we clear, everyone? Remember this point, very, very important. Next. Sir, if you don't go ahead and give your return, if you don't submit your return, supposingly this month ka GSTR3B I did not file, this month ka GSTR3B I did not file, then remember you will get a love letter. GSTR3A may one notice will come and they will tell you to furnish your return within how many days? 15 days. Everyone over here, tell me one thing. Tell me one thing. Do you remember about late fee? Late fee is for what? Late filing of return. Interest is for what? Late payment of tax. Now, late fee may monthly return, the late fee was per day of delay. How much, everyone? 100, and maximum will be how much? 5,000. Annual return 9 per day 100, and maximum will be 0.25% of the turnover in state or union territory. But then government waived off the late fee which was there for GSTR1, GSTR3B, GSTR4 and GSTR5. GSTR1 is normal person, 3B is normal person, GSTR4 is composition, and GSTR5 is NRTP. The government went ahead and told, if you are filing a nil return, earlier it was how much? 100 rupees per day under CGST, 100 rupees under SGST. But now government made it, if you are filing a nil return and you have delayed by a day also, how much is the late fee, everyone? 10 rupees per day. And under CGST, I am teaching about CGST, same amount under SGST also. In your exam, they will not ask SGST, so you can remember this. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. And if it is not a nil return, then how much rupees per day, everyone? 25 rupees, but 10, it can become maximum how much, everyone? But then people told, sir, please reduce this 5,000 also, because 10, I did not file for so many days. You are telling 5,000 late fee. So government reduced this amount also, and hence I have written the final thing over here, which you have to remember, how much is the late fee for late filing of return. Normal person, what return he filed, everyone? GSTR1 and GSTR3B. If it's a nil return, remember it is 10 rupees per day. Maximum can be how much? Not 5,000 rupees. It is 250 rupees now. Normal person other than nil return means in which every column of your return, everything is nil, zero. Are we clear? If by chance you are filing a return in which input tax credit you have claimed, no output tax, but input credit you have claimed, is it a nil return? No. Can I go ahead, everyone? Other than nil return, if your aggregate turnover in the last year was up to 1.5 crore, then in the current year, for any delay, how much you have to file, everyone? GSTR1 ke liye or 3B ke liye 25 rupees per day maximum is. If your turnover in the last year was more than 1.5 up to 5 crore, then 25 per day maximum will become how much? 2,500. If your turnover was more than 5 crore in the last year, then how much is the current year mein GSTR1 or 3B ka late fee? 25, but maximum will become how much? You know, nil return 10, other than nil return 25. But this will vary. Nil return is 250. Turnover less than 1.5 crore up to 1,000. Up to 5 crore, 2,500. More than 5 crore, 5,000. Can I go ahead, everyone? Composition dealer, nil return or other than nil return. He will file GSTR4, right? Nil return, then 10 rupees. Other than nil return, nil return mein maximum can be 250, and Baba, other than nil return means which is not a nil return, in that maximum can be 1,000. Everyone over here, NRTP ke liye GSTR 5, nil return how much? 10, other than nil return how much? So nil ke liye it is 10, other than nil it is 25, and maximum there is no change, it is 5,000 only for NRTP. Can I go ahead, everyone? Non-resident note, take out everything. 5,000. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Annual return is GSTR 9. Now annual return ke liye, what is the late fee? It is told, everyone, 0.25% of the turnover. Correct, everyone? And per day it was how much? 100. But then they went ahead and told, if your aggregate turnover is up to 5 crore, 25 rupees per day, maximum will be at 0.02% of the turnover in state or Union Territory. If your turnover is more than 5 up to 20, then it will be 50, everyone. Please make it 50. 50 rupees per day. Maximum will be what? 0.2% of the 0.02%. 25. The second one is how much, everyone? 50. But sir, what if my turnover is more than 50 crore? 20 crore. If your turnover is more than 20 crore, then it will be 100 rupees per day and maximum will be how much? 0.25% of the turnover in state or union territory. Are we clear, everyone? People, this late fee, one small question can come. Please be very careful. Other than that, what I have told you, when your GSTR1 and invoice furnishing facility will be blocked, that is also important. The next one over here is, everyone, on the important notes is there, no? 1 or 2 marker, 1 MCQ will come from this. Please be very careful. Let's go ahead and close this. Everyone over here. Listen. Number 1. People. Just a second. Here. A registered person shall not be allowed to furnish the details of outward supply. A registered person shall not be allowed to furnish the details of outward supply. GSTR1. If details of outward supply of previous tax period have not been furnished. People, tell me one thing. This is April, this is the month of May. Here I have not filed GSTR1. Can I file next GSTR1? Remember, last GSTR1 not filed, next GSTR1 not allowed. Can I go ahead, everyone? Remember, last GSTR1 not filed, next GSTR1 not allowed. Next. A registered person shall not be allowed to furnish a return. Return is which one? GSTR 3B. Monthly or quarterly, if return of any previous tax period or GSTR1 has not been furnished. Okay, tell me one thing. April, May. I have not filed GSTR 3B. Can I file next GSTR 3B? Done. Okay. April and May. I have not filed GSTR 3B. They are telling over here, a registered person will not be allowed to file a return if the details of outward supply have not been furnished by him. Means if you don't file your GSTR 1, you can't file your GSTR 3B also. Are we all clear with this? Next. People, can I tell like this? If you can't file, if you don't file GSTR 1, you can't file, okay, April and May. If you don't file GSTR 1, you can't file GSTR 3B. If you don't file GSTR 1, next GSTR 1 also you can't file. If you don't file GSTR 3B, next GSTR 3B also you can't file. It means everything is connected. First clear your first GSTR 1, then GSTR 3B, then next month ka GSTR 1 and then GSTR 3B. Is my point clear? Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. The next one over here is the details of outward supply in GSTR 1. People, when you are filing your GSTR 1, when you are filing your GSTR 1, you have to show the details of the invoices. Correct, everyone? You have to show the details of the invoices. Now, what they are going ahead and telling, for an example, I would have gone ahead and sold to registered person. Registered person, they want the input tax credit. Yes or no, everyone? Do registered person want input tax credit? So, Baba, people, if invoices belong to registered person, means I have gone ahead and done sale to registered person. Remember one thing, whether intra or inter, invoice wise details has to be shown. Invoice wise details have to be shown because they want credit. For an example, I have gone ahead and sold goods to all of you and you are unregistered. Do you guys want credit? Do you guys want credit? So in this scenario, if you have gone ahead and in your GSTR1, all the invoices, if you have gone ahead and sold to unregistered person and it is intrastate, you can give consolidated. You don't have to give anyone. In your GSTR1, you can give consolidated details. Are we clear, everyone? But it should be rate wise. Means for each rate of tax, for an example, under 5%, I've sold 1 lakh rupees ka goods. Under 12%, I've sold 2 lakh rupees ka goods. Under 18%, I've sold this much goods. Are we clear? But if it is interstate, remember, you can give state-wise consolidated details. Are we clear, everyone? State-wise, I have to go ahead and give. For each rate of tax. One point I want to tell you. Can you guys tell me what point I am going to tell now? But if value of supply is more than 2.5 lakh, for that invoice wise detail has to be given. Invoice wise detail has to be given. See everyone what they are telling. Tell me one thing. In GSTR1, I have to put the invoice ka detail. If I have sold to registered person, can I give consolidated detail or invoice wise detail? Louder, invoice wise detail. If I have sold to unregistered person, intrastate, can I give consolidated detail? If I have sold to unregistered person, intrastate, can I give consolidated detail? Yes. Intrastate, unregistered person, more than 2.5 lakh. Intra, can I give consolidated? Yes. But if it is interstate, state wise, for each rate of tax, consolidated details can be given. Each rate of tax, state wise, you have to give the detail. What about value of supply more than 2.5 lakh? For that, invoice wise details has to be given. Is my point clear? Everyone over here. Invoice wise detail of intra or inter made to registered person. Registered person ka to always invoice wise detail. And interstate supply to unregistered person, value more than, you have to give what? Invoice wise detail. Now consolidated detail has to be given intrastate supply, unregistered person for each rate of tax. State wise, interstate with state wise you have to give interstate supply with invoice value up to 2.5 lakh, up to 2.5 for each rate of tax. People, will you remember this? Can I go ahead? Tell me one thing. Registered person, invoice wise or consolidated? Invoice wise. Unregistered person, interstate, value more than 2.5 lakh. Invoice wise. Can I go ahead, everyone? If it is unregistered person, intrastate, invoice wise or consolidated? Consolidated. Interstate, unregistered person, value less than 2.5 lakh. Consolidated for each rate of tax and state wise. Are we all clear, everyone? Please do one question on this. Let's go ahead. Next. B2B or B2C supply, only details of the invoice are required to be provided in the return. There is no requirement to upload scanned copy of the invoices on the GST at the time of filing the return. People, when you are filing your return, do you have to upload scanned copy of the invoices or only details are required? Details are required. Next. A taxpayer cannot file GSTR1 before the end of the quarter. People, before the current tax period, before the month gets over, can I file my GSTR1? No. Only once the month gets over by 11th. Yes, everyone, I can file my GSTR1. But two people, there are two exceptions. If you are a casual taxable person after close of business, casual taxable person, casually he came 1 week ke liye. Month have not got over. 1 week registration got over. Can he file his GSTR1? Yes. He does not have to wait for the month to get over. He took registration only for 15 days. Registration over. Can I file GSTR1? Yes. CTP can file GSTR1 even before the period gets over. Secondly, cancellation of GST of a normal person. My registration got cancelled. Will I have to wait for the month to get over or I can go ahead and file my GSTR1? You can go ahead and file your GSTR1. All other people, month gets over, only then GSTR1 can be filed. GSTR1 or GSTR3B needs to be filed even if no business activity or not made any taxable supplies. People, for an example, I went out of India 1 month, no supplies. Do I still have to file GSTR1 and GSTR3B? Yes. Can I go ahead if any error is discovered in the return GSTR1 or GSTR3B after filing? Can I go ahead and file rectified return? No, there is no rectification, but there is no mechanism to file what? Revision return. However, Baba, revised return can I file? No, revised return cannot be filed. But can I do amendment to what I have already filed? Yes. However, the error can be rectified by furnishing the appropriate detail in the amendment table contained in the GSTR1 or GSTR3B. See, this month I went ahead and filed one GSTR1 mein one detail of the invoice and I did some mistake. Next month when I am filing the GSTR1, no, that invoice ka detail I can put and I can say this was the mistake and that mistake will get rectified. But last month ka return I can't revise. Tell me one thing, till when can I do rectification with respect to something? This year related rectification can be done by next year ka 30th November or annual return ka actual date of filing, whichever is earlier. People, done? Chalo. First chart, everything is cleared. I have told you this is very important. This last one, and Late fee is very important. The next one, this important notes which I have told you are very important. Other than this final return which is there, no, please be very careful. They go ahead and ask small question on what is a final return. Is a final return and an annual return same? No. Correct everyone. Final return is when you close your business. Correct everyone. Annual return is every year once the year gets over. Correct or not everyone? So please read these questions in your Q&A material. It can be asked in the exam. Next. Now everyone, GST practitioner. People listen to me very carefully. People over here listen to me very carefully. In GST practitioner, you have to read who are the people who are eligible and what are the functions of the GST practitioner. There is nothing for me to explain, so I am not going ahead and talking about it. Who are the people who are eligible and what are the functions of the GST practitioner? These 2 points which are there. Will you be able to read it, everyone? There is nothing for me to explain. These 2 points. Who are the people who are eligible and what are the functions of the GST practitioner? These are the 2 points which you have to read and go. Right, everyone? They might go ahead and ask a question, C graded, but still they can go ahead and ask a question. Who are the people who are eligible? Write a 2 marks answer. Or what are the functions of the GST practitioner? They can tell you. So please read this 2 and go. Right, everyone? I'll close my revision on the chapter of returns over here. People, returns में 88C and 88D. Don't leave and go. 88C and 88D. Done? I'll close my revision on the chapter of returns. Any amendments over here? Payment we have already done. TDS I have already told you. Returns, people. When can your GSTR1 be blocked? I told you all the 5 reasons now. 3 were there, 2 more we understood. I told you annual return for 22-23 also not required if your turnover is up to 2 crore. This we have already understood. Rule number 88D, did we understood? GSTR 2B and GSTR 3B, there is a difference. You will be intimated. Either pay within 1 week or give a reply. If you don't give a reply or don't pay, they will go ahead and give you a demand order. That's all, everyone, with respect to your chapter of returns. Now we have the chapter of place of supply, the last chapter. We are done as of now with the chapter of returns. C graded chapter, but 3 to 4 marks they go ahead and ask. Do some question answers and go for exam. I'll close my revision on the chapter of returns. Oh no, we discussed for so much time. Okay, anyways, you guys understood everything again, no? Yes or no, everyone? Chalo. Now the last chapter is place of supply. We'll close place of supply before leaving. Okay, everyone, and we'll be done with all the chapters. You want a 2 minutes break? Okay, 2 minutes only. 8, 6, 3 we start, everyone. 6, 3. 2 minutes break. People watching at home, are we all clear till here? Quickly give me a heads up. People sitting at home, don't talk only. Why are you guys so silent? People sitting in class, Baba, talk slowly. People sitting at home, talk. Chalo, can we start, everyone? Sir, are section numbers important? No, not required. At intermediate level, I'll not say that section numbers are important, not required. It's okay, you can write in the exam as per the CGST Act. You can go ahead and write. You don't have to write section numbers, it's okay. People, silent everyone, can we start? Sharath, what does your t-shirt say? I refuse to be ordinary. What is so special about you? First tell me. Tell no. Arey, there should be something special, no. He's telling from tomorrow I'll not wear, sir. See, every person is special. Correct? So you have to tell what is special, no? What is something special you do? Huh? Louder. Photography. See, everyone should know Sharath is good in photography. So next time you go out with your girlfriend, take Sharath and go. Arey, he'll take photographs. No, both of you, beautiful, beautiful photograph. What? Professional photographer should be there, no? So that you have memories with your girlfriend. But tomorrow you break up then? Okay, fine. Chalo, can we go ahead, everyone? Sharath is telling, sir, you leave me. See, Baba, it's now the last chapter, correct? No. So now you want to go home, but I want to do aram se. It's okay. Chalo, can we go ahead and start, everyone? People are talking, I will not start. Talk. Everyone is talking. Talk. No problem. Chalo, can we start, everyone? They are talking. See, he is talking. See, in the whole class, every day I told I'll make someone sit down, but nobody sat. You want to see one example? With hanky sitting down. You want to see? Just imagine you are telling, yes, you are only the bakra then. Everyone over here, let's start. Baba, so we'll continue. Let's go ahead and now move to the last chapter for our revision, which is place of supply. Please come to place of supply, everyone. People over here now. We started learning GST with goods or service. Goods or service has to be supplied. Supply can be either interstate or intrastate. Whenever we see inter or intra, what are the two things we see? How do we determine whether inter or intra? How do we find out whether something is inter or intra? We have to see location of supplier and location of... No, Baba, you don't see where the recipient is. You have to see the destination. You have to see the place of supply. And here comes the chapter of place of supply, which will tell you how to find out what is the destination. Are we clear, everyone? So we'll have to see location of supplier. Location of supplier is what, everyone? I am registered in the state of Karnataka. My location is Karnataka. Now, when I am going ahead and supply, will I see the recipient ka location or I'll see the place where I am supplying? You have to see the place of supply. If both are within the same state, same union territory, what will we charge? CGSTN, SGST or CGSTN, UTGST. If both are in different state, one UT, two different UTs, then IGST, because it will be interstate. Are we clear, everyone? So that is what we are going to learn with this chapter of place of supply. Place of supply, how to find out place of supply is taught by section number 10. Section number 11, 12 and 13. But for your intermediate level, only section number 10 and section number 12 is applicable. So whenever you are a supplier of goods, how will you find out whether the supply which you have done is intra or inter? You have to see your location and you have to see the place of supply. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead? Now, place of supply for goods is told by section number 10 and place of supply by for services is told by section number 12. So if I am a supplier of goods, how will I find out place of supply? By applying section number 10. If I am a supplier of service, how will I find out place of supply? By applying section number 12. Are we clear, everyone? Place of supply ka in detail lecture is already available on my YouTube channel, which is 2.5 hours ka lecture. This is a revision, I'll remind you, so we'll quickly go ahead and revise. Otherwise, if I start, then it will take 2 hours. But 2 hours ka lecture is already there on YouTube. Are we clear, everyone? I hope you guys remember we had gone ahead and done place of supply in our class. So we are going to Revise everyone. Now place of supply, section number 10 is section number 10(1)(a), section number 10(1)(b), section number 10(1)(c), D, E, and one CA also has come because of an amendment. Everyone listen. Section number 10(1)(a) says whenever the supply involves movement, whether the movement is done by the supplier, recipient, or any other person. For an example, I am in the state of Karnataka. I sold some goods to supposingly Viresh. Viresh, you did not come yesterday. Oh, you are not feeling well. You saw the class or not? Everyone over here. I went ahead and sold the goods to Viresh. Viresh is in Delhi. I am in the state of Karnataka. Everyone, I am in Karnataka. Viresh is in the state of Delhi. Viresh told, sir, please send the goods to me in Delhi. What is the place of supply? Delhi. That is by logic you apply, not by logic. That is just like that you told. But law says where the movement terminates for delivery to the recipient. Where is the movement terminating, everyone? My goods are going. Where the movement will terminate? Delhi. So that is becoming the place of supply. Location of supplier in Karnataka. Place of supply as per section number 10(1)(a) is Delhi. What will I charge? IGST. Everyone over here. Bill to ship to model. Bill to ship to model. One supplier is there. I got an order from one person. I have one more supplier. I told my supplier, bill it to me, but ship it directly to this person. Bill it to me, ship it directly to this person. He is the actual supplier. He is the actual recipient. He is the supplier. He is the recipient. Who am I? I am the third party in between. What I did? I told, hey, you give me the bill, but send the goods directly over here. When he will give me the bill, I can take the credit. Yes or no? Now, supplier is supposingly from Delhi. Recipient is also in Delhi. Whose location he will see for place of supply? He'll bill it to me, right, everyone? So what is my location? That will be the place of supply for him. Are you guys able to understand? Supply is from Delhi. I am in Karnataka. People, I'll tell you over here. This is one supplier. Supply is from Delhi. This is one buyer. Recipient. He is from Delhi. I got an order from this guy. I forwarded the order to him. I told, hey, he gave me the order actually. Okay, everyone? And I forwarded the order to him. I told, hey, you give me the bill. Bill it to me only. But directly send the goods from here to here. My question is, when he will give me the bill, location of supply is Delhi. I am supposingly from Karnataka. What is the place of supply? Karnataka. Are we clear, everyone? Is my point clear to all? This is known as bill to ship to model. And in this scenario, what will he charge me? Delhi. I am in Karnataka. What will he charge me? IGST. Remember, principal place of business of the third party. Actually, he is the supplier. Actually, he is the recipient. Who am I in between? I am the third party. My location becomes the place of supply. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead? Next. Sir, supply does not involve movement. Supply does not involve movement means supposingly I am in the state of Karnataka. I have a machine in my factory. Okay? You told me, sir, you are leaving, you are selling me the factory, you sell me the machine also. As it is, where it is condition, I sold it. There is no movement, correct or not? My machine is installed in the factory. I sold the factory, I sold the machine also to you. In this scenario, what is the place of supply? I am from Karnataka. Location of the goods at the time of delivery. When I gave you the risk and reward, where was the machine? Karnataka. What will I charge you? CGST and SGST. Is my point clear to all? If movement is there, where the movement terminates. Bill to ship to me. Principal place of the third party. Third one. No movement. Where the goods are at the time of delivery. That will become the place of supply. Now here, one CA was inserted. What is CA, everyone? CA, I have gone ahead and given over here 10 CA. Everyone, can you guys see 10 CA? 10(1) CA. Where supply is made to unregistered person over the counter. People, listen to me very carefully. For an example, I am coming from the state of Delhi. People, it says over here, place of supply. One person from Delhi came to my shop. People, one person from Delhi came to my shop. My shop is in the state of Karnataka. Delhi ka person came to my shop. He told, sir, I want a mobile phone. I gave him the mobile phone. Can you tell me, everyone, what is the location of the goods? Goods mein movement is not there. He came to Karnataka. I gave him the goods. What is the place of supply? Karnataka, no? But here they went ahead and told, if the address of the person is recorded in the invoice, that person came from Delhi and told me, sir, it's an over-the-counter sale. It's a over-the-counter sale you are doing to an unregistered person. I want I am going to take those goods to Delhi. He gave me the address of Delhi. What will be the place of supply? Delhi. Remember this point. Are we clear, everyone? So government introduced 10(1) CA that supposingly one person from Delhi came to Karnataka. Over the counter, he told, I want a laptop. You sold him a laptop. He gave address of Delhi. What is the place of supply? Delhi. What will you charge? CGST, SGST or IGST? IGST. Are we clear, everyone? So remember, location as per the address. But sir, if it does not give you the address, he came, he took the laptop. I gave him the laptop. My location is your location. I'll charge you CGST and SGST. Is my point clear to all? Can I go ahead, everyone? And you know what? Recording the name of the state of the person shall be deemed to be recording his address. In the bill, only record his state and that will be his place of supply. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Are we all clear with this point? Next. The next one over here is, people, 10 CA done. D, assembly or installed at site. You went ahead and told me, I am in the state of Karnataka. You are also in the state of Karnataka. You told, I want one AC installed in my unit, in my factory in Chennai. I am in Karnataka, seller. You are also in Karnataka, but you told, I want one AC in Chennai. What is the place of supply? Where did the goods go? Chennai. So, supplier Karnataka, installation Chennai, Tamil Nadu. What will I charge? IGST. So it says place of installation or assembly will become the place of supply. Is my point clear to all? If you tell me to install something or assemble something, what will be the place of supply for me? Where I install or assemble that thing for you. Next, goods supplied on board. Goods supplied on board. Everyone over here. This is Indigo Airline. This is Indigo Airline. Indigo Airline is registered in the state of Maharashtra. Okay, everyone? Supposingly, this is Viresh sitting on the airline, inside, okay, everyone, inside I can't draw, so I have drawn up. Now, Viresh is going, supposingly, in Indigo Airline from Maharashtra, he is going to Delhi. On the way, in the air, he told, I want to eat something. And they gave him one chips ka packet. Will they charge CGST, SGST or IGST, what? Okay. Location of supplier is what? Maharashtra. Arey, location of supplier is not here. Location, supplier is registered in Maharashtra. Yes or no, everyone? Supplier is registered in, what is the place of supply? Air. In the air, correct? No. Then air hostess will tell, let me look down, which state we are crossing. No, Baba, in this scenario, they went ahead and told, whenever such kind of supply is done, place where the goods are taken on board. Now, these chips were loaded in the Indigo flight in the state of Maharashtra. Can you tell me what will be the place of supply? Where the goods were loaded, that will only become the place of supply. Are we all clear? Next. Everyone over here now. 10(2) is total bakwas. People, tell me one thing. Section number 10, I went ahead and told you. Section number 10(1). Goods involve movement. Where the movement terminates. Sir, bill to ship to model में third party का location. No movement where the goods are at the time of delivery. Over the counter sale to unregistered person. Address is there. As per the address is not there. Supplier location. Sir, installation or assembly का case? Place of installation or assembly. I am teaching you place of supply. You have to see location of supplier and place of supply and decide intra or inter. Last one, goods supplied on board. Train में goods were going. It can go in train, it can go in plane, it can go in bus. Are we clear? Place of supply is what? Where the goods are loaded. Where the goods are loaded. Are we clear? Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Now, section number 12 comes, which talks about services. Section number 12 is applicable, people. Section number 12 is applicable when supplier and recipient both are in India. Supplier and recipient both are in. Actually, section number 13 is applicable when supplier or recipient, anyone is outside India. 13 is not applicable for you. Are we clear? So, section number 12, 1 is bakwas for you. You don't, but what is section number, when is section number 12 applicable? When supplier and recipient both are in India, then section number 12 is applicable. How will you find out place of supply when supplier and recipient both are in India? By applying section number 12. Are we clear? Next. Section number 12.2 is residuary case because section number 12 has 12.1, 12.2, 12.3 up to 12.14. See, section number 12.3 to section number 12.14, they have given specific services. If you are falling in any specific service, then that rule will be applicable to you to determine what? Place of supply. But if you are not falling in 12.3 to 12.14, then which rule will be applicable to you? 12.2. For an example, I am a chartered accountant. I went ahead and gave some services. People, I am a chartered accountant. I went ahead and gave some services. For me, there is no specific rule. Which rule will be applicable? So, if I have gone ahead and given services, to a registered person, what will be the place of supply? Location of the registered person. If I have given to an unregistered person, if I have his address, whatever address I have, that will become the place of address. AR means what, everyone? Address on record. In my books of account, whatever is his address. Sir, if I don't have his address also, I am here, you are here, this is only the place of supply. Are we clear, everyone? Tell me one thing. I am a chartered accountant. I went in and gave services to a person who is registered in Delhi. Place of supply? Delhi. I am in Karnataka. You are in Delhi. What will I charge? IGST. I am a supplier. I am registered in Karnataka. You are not a registered person, but your address in my books of account is supposingly Maharashtra. Place of supply? Maharashtra. What will I charge you? IGST. I am in Karnataka. I don't have your address also. You are unregistered person. What to do? I am here, you are here. I'll think you are also here. I'll charge you CGST, and place of supply will be what? Karnataka. Is my point clear to all? Next. Services supplied in relation to immovable property, directly in relation to an immovable property. For an example, you told me to do the interior designing of your immovable property, which is in Delhi. I am from Karnataka. You told interior designing of the property which is in Delhi. Place of supply, everyone? Delhi. I am in Karnataka doing place of supply is in Delhi. What will I charge you in the bill? IGST. Or might be lodging accommodation service. I am in Karnataka. I give lodging service. My hotel is located in the state of Karnataka only. People, I am in Karnataka. Hotel also located in Karnataka. CGST and SGST. Lodging. I give functions at immovable property. For an example, I have a Kalyan Mandapam. I am in the state of Karnataka. Kalyan Mandapam means where marriages happen. Correct, everyone? I gave you that Kalyan Mandapam for a marriage. I told, okay, for a function you can use it. I am in Karnataka. Hall is also in Karnataka. Place of supply is what? Karnataka. Or any ancillary services, if I am going ahead and giving in relation to this. For an example, along with lodging, if I go ahead and give you food, is that an ancillary service? Then for that also the place of supply will be what? Where the property is there, that will become the place of supply. Are we all clear till here? Then they are telling, supposingly, I am in the state of Karnataka. You are also in the state of Karnataka. But you, Shah Rukh Khan, for an example, I am in Bombay. Shah Rukh Khan is also in Bombay. But Shah Rukh Khan told my property in London, you do the interior designing. I am in Bombay. You are also in Bombay, but property is outside India. Place of supply will be what? Location of the recipient. They are telling now you are in India, recipient also in, you are in Bombay, recipient also in Bombay, charge CGST and SGST. Are we clear, everyone? Tell me one thing. I am in Karnataka, property in Delhi, place of supply. Place of supply, Delhi. What will I charge? IGST. I am in Karnataka, property is outside India, but you are in Bombay. Place of supply, Bombay. What will I go ahead and charge you? IGST. Are we all clear till here? Next, it says location or intended location of property, boat or vessel. What do you mean by boat or vessel? For an example, you know Kerala ka houseboat is there. For an example, over here, Sharath got married. Sharath and Sharath's wife went for a honeymoon. Okay, this Kerala ka houseboat. Everyone listen to me very carefully. The person who is running this houseboat, Sharath is looking at me. He started dreaming marriage. Study, Baba. Everyone here, supplier. This person whose boat it is, he will give you what, everyone? Arey. This is homestay. Yes or no, everyone? Kerala houseboat. Correct or not, everyone? Now tell me one thing. Supplier is from which state? Kerala. Place of supply will be what? Where the boat is there. Boat is in which state? Kerala. So the place of supply will be what, everyone? Kerala. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead? Baba, might be the boat is moving from here. Okay, it is moving like this, here. Okay, but still, remember one thing, the place of supply will be where the boat is located. Where is the boat located? Kerala. Can you tell me, I am the supplier in Karnataka, Kerala. My boat is also in Kerala. Immovable property is in Kerala. What will I charge, everyone? CGST and SGST. Are we all clear till here? Sir, what if the immovable property is located in multiple states or union territory? For an example, everyone tell me one thing. This is one building, okay? This building, half is located in Karnataka, half is located in Kerala. A building in the border only. Okay, everyone. I am one interior designer. I was told to do the interior designing of this building. Building is half in Kerala, half is Karnataka. I am in Karnataka. Can you tell me place of supply will be in Karnataka or Kerala? Both? Yes or no, everyone? Kerala or Karnataka? Both? Now here they are going ahead and telling supply of service will be treated to be made in each state or union territory. Now, for an example, 2000 square feet is here. 3000 square feet is here. I charge 5,000 rupees. How much did I charge? 5 lakh rupees I charge for interior. Can you tell me what will be the division between Karnataka and Kerala? 2 lakh and 3 lakh. Can you tell me 2 lakh pe what will I charge and 3 lakh pe what will I charge? 2 lakh pe I'll charge CGST and 3 lakh pe I'll charge what? IGST. Very good, everyone. Did you guys understand? That is what they are telling. Value, see everyone here, in proportion to value of services collected separately. If I would have collected 2 lakh separately and 3 lakh separately, then 2 lakh ka GST will come in Karnataka, CGST, SGST, 3 lakh pe IGST. Or determine as per the contract. See if the contract is telling something. Or apply rule number 4. Rule number 4 is telling, see in the proportion of night, area. People here, what did we apply? Area. Or on the basis of any declaration given by the service provider. Are we clear, everyone? For this, in detail, I have gone ahead and discussed. You can go ahead and read from your textbook or you can see the detailed video also. Everyone over here. See, if I start discussing in detail, no, again it will become 2 hours ka video, which is already available on YouTube. Are we clear? People, tell me one thing. Services in relation to immovable property, what is the place of supply? Where the immovable property is located. If immovable property is outside India, location of recipient. If immovable property is a boat, location of the boat. Over, everyone. More than this, please read. Everyone over here. Fourth one, performance based services. RCB failed pathetically. No. Today RCB should not fail. This is all. No. People in the class, hey sir. No, only for studying purpose, Baba. RCB failed pathetically. This was old time. Now it does not happen. Correct, everyone? Huh? See, Baba, I love RCB, but you know what? I love CSK because of Dhoni also. Correct? Now I'm confused about the match. What to do? But okay, we'll see. We'll enjoy. That's all. Everyone over here now on the board. Okay, people. Performance based services. Performance based services may we have what? R for restaurant services. C for cosmetic surgery. B for, people, you did not go ahead and read in your textbook one time also, no, after I taught you. R for what? Restaurant. C for cosmetic surgery. B for beauty treatment. F for fitness services. P for personal grooming. And H for health services. Whenever you are giving these 6 services, everyone listen. What are the 6 services? Restaurant and catering. C for cosmetic and plastic surgery. Beauty treatment. F for food and beverages. Fitness. P for personal grooming. And H for health service. You came from Delhi to Karnataka. You ate some restaurant mein food. Everyone. Who is this guy? Isal Kap Namdu. Okay, yes. Correct. Everyone over here now. People, you came from Delhi to the state of Karnataka. You ate food. I am a supplier in Karnataka. Food given in Karnataka. Place of supply, Karnataka. Are we clear, everyone? Where the performance based services, these 6 services ka case mein, remember, place of supply is always where you put. Are we clear, everyone? POP, place of performance. Next, everyone. Okay. You came from Delhi, haircut given in Karnataka, place of supply. I am in Karnataka, I gave the haircut. Supplier in Karnataka, place of supply in Karnataka. Intra or inter? Intra. Can I go ahead, everyone? Training and performance appraisal services. I gave training to you. You are a registered person. I am in Karnataka. You are registered in Maharashtra. Place of supply, Maharashtra. I will charge you CGST, SGST or IGST? IGST. But if I went ahead and gave you training services and you are unregistered, you came to Karnataka and took the training services. I am in Karnataka. You also took the training services in Karnataka. You are an unregistered person. Place of supply. Place of performance where I gave the training. I gave you the training in Karnataka. Place of supply will be Karnataka. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Admission to an event, park or services ancillary. People, you went to an event. For an example, Arjit Singh ka show was happening. Arjit Singh ka show was happening. Now tell me one thing. What is the place of supply? Where the show is happening. So place of supply is what, everyone? Where the event or the park is located. Tell me one thing. This is Wonderla. Wonderla is the park which we have in Karnataka. Correct, everyone? Bangalore mein we have Wonderla. Now when they are selling the ticket, supply is from Karnataka, park is in Karnataka. What will he charge? CGST and SGST. Are we all clear till here? Next. This was selling of entry ticket. This was about admission to an event, means selling of entry ticket. Now, organizing an event or ancillary services. Organizing event means what? Supposingly, for an example, ICI went ahead and told me, Ramesh sir, can you organize an event for us? I am from Karnataka. ICI ke liye I organize the event in Goa. But ICI is registered in the state of Karnataka only. I am also in Karnataka. ICI registered in Karnataka. Event happened in Goa. Place of supply. Always remember, whenever you give to a registered person, it is always the location of the registered person. Supposingly ICI is not registered, then place of the event, unregistered person, then the place of the event. Event, where did it happen, everyone? Goa. Are we clear, everyone? Event held outside India. I am in Karnataka. Recipient is in Karnataka. Event held outside India. Place of supply, Karnataka. Are we clear, everyone? Event held outside India, then Baba, location of the recipient. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead? Sir, what if the event is held in multiple location? For an example, tell me one thing. I am in Karnataka. ICI is also in Karnataka. ICI told me, event you have to organize for us in Goa, Delhi and Bombay. My question to you, if ICI is a registered person, what is the place of supply? Karnataka only. Correct or not, everyone? But if ICI is not a registered person, where did the event happen? Delhi, Goa and Bombay. 3 places? Yes or no, everyone? So you have to go ahead and apply generally accepted accounting principle. Mean 1:1:1 ka ratio mein you have to divide the value. Is my point clear to all? Place of supply will be Goa also, Delhi also and Bombay also. But if it is registered person, location of registered person. Can I go ahead, everyone? Unregistered person, where the event was held. Are we all clear till here? Next. Transportation of goods including mail or courier. Everyone over here. Transportation of goods including mail or courier. Supposingly, I am giving transportation ka service. Okay, everyone. I am giving what services? Transportation. You are registered person. I am in the state of Karnataka. You are registered person in the state of Delhi. What is my place of supply? Always it will be location of registered person. But if you are unregistered person and you gave me the goods in the state of Karnataka, I am in Karnataka, you handed over the goods to me in the state of Karnataka and you told please transport them. What is the place of supply? Where you handed over. Where you handed over. Location is where the goods were handed over. Passenger transportation service. What is passenger transportation? Baba, passenger can be transported by bus, not truck, bus, flight, ship, rail. Yes or no, everyone? Goods also can be transported by all the mode. Passenger also can be transported by all the mode. Remember, passenger transportation, supposingly I am a bus operator. I am in the state of Karnataka. You are also registered in the state of Karnataka. Can you tell me if you are a registered person, what is the place of supply? Location of registered person, I will charge you CGST and SGST. Registered person, then location of registered person. What if you are an unregistered person? I am in the state of Karnataka. I am registered in the state of Karnataka. You are an unregistered person. I went from Karnataka to Kerala. I picked you from Kerala. You are an unregistered person. You jumped in the bus from Kerala. Place of supply will be what, everyone? Place of embarkation, that is Kerala. Are we all clear till here? Always remember one thing. Always remember one thing. Right to passage. Right to passage, always general rule will apply. Right to passage means, you know, metro card. You can get in anytime, you can get down anytime, get in anytime, get down anytime. You can get inside the metro from anywhere, get down anywhere. So metro is giving what? Passenger transportation. So when metro went ahead and sold you the metro card, what GST they will charge? If you are registered person, location of registered person. If you are unregistered person, address on record. Otherwise, it is always location of supplier. Always remember, you went from Karnataka to from here to Bombay and Bombay say back to Bangalore. Both are different. Two flights, right? Going and coming are two flight. Two flight means two place of supply will come. You always have to find out two place of supply. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. On-board services. People, do you remember? On-board when goods are sold in the flight. Yes or no, everyone? Same way, when in the flight, on-board services are given. On-board services means in the flight you told I want to see a movie. They told give 100 rupees, you can see a movie in the flight also. Okay, everyone? Now, Indigo airline is registered in Maharashtra. The flight started from Maharashtra. Place of supply will be what? Where the flight started from. First scheduled departure point. Are we clear, everyone? You were in the air and you saw the movie. Place of supply will be what? Where the flight started, first scheduled departure point. Next, everyone over here now. Telecommunication services. People, listen to me very carefully. What is telecommunication services? Are Baba, you know all this telecom fixed line. You have a landline at your home. Sometimes telecom services are given by fixed line, circuit, dish, etc. Remember one thing, wherever the telecommunication services are given, supposingly BSNL is registered in Maharashtra. BSNL fixed a telecommunication line for you in Karnataka. What is the place of supply for them? Where the fixed line is located. Can you tell me if they are in Maharashtra and they give you a fixed line in Karnataka, what will they charge you? IGST. Are we clear, everyone? Generally it does not happen, but still, where the fixed line is located, that is only the place of supply. Karnataka BSNL. Fixed line fixed in Karnataka only. What will they charge you? Place of supply is what? Where the fixed line is located. Postpaid mobile. For an example, Baba, nowadays postpaid you can use from anywhere. I am in the state of, I am BSNL in the state of Karnataka. One person from Delhi told, I want a BSNL ka SIM card or postpaid connection. He gave me address of what? Delhi. I am going to bill him what? Delhi. What will be the place of supply? Billing address. Place of supply will be always the billing address. Okay. If I am selling prepaid mobile telecommunication services given by what, everyone? Prepaid or internet. Always remember, here there are two things. One is Airtel. Airtel first sells the prepaid ka vouchers. Baba, you know earlier scratch card etc. used to come. Used to scratch. Correct or not, everyone? So first they will give it to a dealer and then dealer used to sell it to the final customer. Prepaid mobile ka case mein always remember, whenever it is sold through a selling agent or a reseller or distributor, here what will be the place of supply, everyone? Location of supplier, supposingly Airtel is located in Maharashtra. This dealer is located in Assam. Can you tell me what will be the place of supply? Assam, where the dealer is located. Address of the dealer. Can I go ahead, everyone? Supposingly, now this dealer will also go ahead and sell to the customer. In this scenario, location of supplier is what? What is the place of supply? Where the voucher is sold, that is Assam. Because the customer ko voucher is sold in Assam, it says where the prepayment is received or the voucher is sold. Can I go ahead, everyone? Nowadays, you can recharge your mobile through what? Internet banking also. Supposingly you went to Paytm and you recharge your prepaid mobile. Can you tell me what will be the place of supply? Where whatever is the address on record. For an example, Paytm is registered in Maharashtra. Your address is in Maharashtra. What will they charge you? See GST and SGST. Next. Any other case if it comes, always address on record will be taken. Any other case if it comes, address on record will be taken. Address on record is not there, then location of supplier. Are we all clear till here? The next one over here is lease circuit installed in one state or union territory. Okay, people, tell me one thing. BSNL ko you went and told BSNL, this is BSNL. BSNL is registered in the state of Maharashtra. This is your office in the state of Maharashtra. Okay, everyone, this is your office in the state of Maharashtra. You told them for internet connectivity, please install one lease circuit. They installed the lease circuit in Maharashtra. Can you tell me what is the place of supply? Maharashtra. They will charge you what? CGST and SGST. You told them, I want a circuit which is connecting my Maharashtra office to the Delhi office. And this link from Maharashtra office to the Delhi office, I want you to install. BSNL went ahead and installed a lease circuit, which one point is in Maharashtra, one point is in Delhi. And they are charging you 20,000 rupees. Can you tell me everyone how much belongs, now they are providing you service in Maharashtra also and Delhi also. What ratio mein it will be divided? 1:1. So how much belongs to Maharashtra? How much belongs to Delhi? Can you tell me Maharashtra ka supplier, place of supply for this 10,000, what will he charge? CGST, and for this another 10,000, what will he charge? Intra or inter? Inter, and they will go ahead and charge. See what they are telling. Whenever least circuit is there, please apply rule number 6. And rule number 6 says in the proportion of number of points lying in the state or UT. You have to see how many points are lying in Maharashtra, how many points are lying in Delhi. Is my point clear to all? Can we go ahead, everyone? Next. Financial and stock broking services. People, financial and stock broking services, all these stock brokers are there. Yes or no? All these banks are there. They go ahead and give. What will be the place of supply? It says always address on record. For an example, I am a banking company. I am a bank. For me, I am registered in Karnataka. Your address is given of Maharashtra. When I am going ahead and charging you, what will I charge you? Intra or inter? Your address in my books of account is always Maharashtra. I am in Karnataka. Inter, what will I charge you? IGST. If address on record is not there, if in my books of account your address is not there, then I am here, you are here, I will go ahead and charge you what? CGST and SGST. Insurance services. Insurance services, Baba, you know insurance companies give insurance services. If they have your address, you are the registered person, location of the recipient. If you are unregistered person, then address on record. I am an insurance company. I told you I sold you an insurance policy. You are a registered person. What is the place of supply? Location of the registered person. If you are an unregistered person, I have your address. Address on record. Can I go ahead, everyone? Next. Now comes section number 12-14. People, can you tell me section number 12, what did we learn? 12.1, we learned about when location of supplier and location of recipient both are in India. Section number 12.2 told about what? General rule. Location of registered person. If that is not unregistered person, then address on record. Otherwise, take location of supplier. Immovable property में where the immovable property is located. Performance based service, place of performance. Event का केस में place of the event. Organizing of event, registered person, location of registered person. Unregistered person, where the event held. Correct, everyone? Transportation of goods, registered person, location of registered person. Unregistered person, handover. Passenger transportation, location of registered person. Unregistered person, where he jumps. Goods का केस में picked up, unregistered person का केस में jump. Can I go ahead, everyone? On-board services. In flight, you are given some service. Train, you are given some service. Then first scheduled departure point. Then we learned about telecom services. I'll tell you simple to remember. Fixed line के through service is given, then where the fixed line is. Circuit के through given, then where the circuit is there. Postpaid के केस में postpaid का billing address. Prepaid का केस में where the distributor is there. Are we clear, everyone? Can I go ahead? This much you remember. Financial or stock broking service का केस में, if I have the address, address on record. If I don't have the address, my place becomes the place of supply. Can I go ahead? Insurance का केस में, you are registered person, your registered person का address. If you are unregistered person, address on record. And the last one over here is advertisement services given to central government, state government, local authority or statutory body. If any advertisement services are given to whom, everyone? Central government, state government, local authority or, means if you are going ahead and giving services to the government, if you are going ahead and giving what services, everyone? Advertisement services to the government, which is meant for states or union territory. Might be Modi government went ahead and told you, I am an advertisement company. Modi government told me, Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao ka advertisement, Ramesh, you have to do. I have to do what, everyone? Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao ka advertisement. Or give up your LPG subsidy ka advertisement I have to do. Tell me one thing, government told me, Ramesh, people over here, listen carefully. Government told me, Ramesh, you do the advertisement for us supposingly in the state of Delhi, UP, Bihar and Assam. What is the place of supply of my advertisement services? If I did advertisement in Delhi, UP, Bihar and Assam, what is the place of supply? where I have gone ahead and given the advertisement service. Yes or no, everyone? So they are telling over here, place of supply will be in every state or union territory. Then on what value will I charge GST? Whatever amount is being given by the government for that respective state. Listen. And value proportion to the amount attributable to the service provided in the respective state or UT in terms of the contract you have to see, or you have to apply rule number 3. And rule number 3 I have gone ahead and put over here. People, I'll explain you one or two. Listen. Newspaper and publication. For an example, I'll explain you one or two over here. Remaining, if you want in detail, you can see the place of supply wala detailed video which is there. If you want, you guys can see. Everyone over here now. For an example, I am giving advertisement service to the government in newspaper and publication. Government told me, Ramesh, Beti Padhao, Beti Bachao ka advertisement you do. I am an advertisement company. I do advertisement for the government. Government told Ramesh, you have to do the advertisement in Assam, Delhi, Maharashtra, and you do it in the state of supposedly Bihar. 4 states mein you do the advertisement. Can you tell me what is my place of supply? All the 4 states. Government gave me 10 lakh for this state, 5 lakh for this state, 3 lakh for this state, and 2 lakh for this state. And location of supplier, I am registered in the state of Maharashtra. Can you tell me, everyone, for Assam, the place of supply is what, everyone? 10 lakh. For Delhi, 5 lakh ke liye the place of supply is what? Delhi. For 3 lakh, the place of supply is Maharashtra. And for 2 lakh, the place of supply is what? Bihar. Can you tell me, if I am in the state of Maharashtra, what am I going to charge? For this, IGST interstate, for this, IGST for this, CGST and HGST for this, IGST. Are we clear, everyone? So how are you going to take the value of supply? That is being told over here. People, listen. Whatever is the amount payable for publishing the advertisement, that will be the place of supply. Government paid me 10 lakh rupees for Assam. 10 lakh will be the place of 10 lakh will be the value of supply for the state of Assam. Government paid me 5 lakh for Delhi. What will be the value of supply for Delhi? 5 lakh. Government paid me 3 lakh for Maharashtra. 3 lakh will be the value of supply. And Bihar ke liye government paid me 2 lakh. So what will be the value of supply? 2 lakh. Is my point clear to all? In this way, supposingly government told me to do the advertisement in printed material. Government told me, Ramesh, I will give you 1 lakh rupees. You have to distribute pamphlets. You have to distribute what? Pamphlet. And government gave me 1 lakh rupees to distribute 1 lakh pamphlets. 1 lakh pamphlets. And 1 lakh pamphlet ka printing cost, government told, Ramesh, I'll give you 1 lakh rupees. Okay, everyone, how much? 1 lakh. I printed how many pamphlets with 1 lakh rupees? 1 lakh. I am going to distribute 20,000 pamphlet in Karnataka, and Delhi I am going to distribute 30,000 pamphlet, and Maharashtra I am going to distribute 50,000 pamphlet. Can you tell me place of supply? Karnataka, Delhi, and advertisement done in all the 3 states. So place of supply will be all the 3 states. What will be the value of my supply? 20,000, 30,000, and how much GST? If I am registered in the state of Karnataka, what will I charge over here? Here, IGST, and here. Is my point clear to all? This way, they have gone ahead and given all the examples over here. People, supposingly they told me to do advertisement in hoardings other than train, then whatever amount is being paid. So, supposingly for one state they paid 10 lakh, for one state they paid 20, one state they paid 30 lakh. So, what is the place of supply? 3 states, and the amount they have already told. Is my point clear to all? If they have told you to do advertisement in train, for an example, government told me to do advertisement in train, then remember the ratio of the length of the railway track multiplied by the amount payable. Sir, if they told in utility bill or gas bill, then whatever is the amount payable. Railway ticket, radio station, television channel, cinema hall, over the internet and through SMS, for all of them I have gone ahead and told you what will be the, how you have to go ahead and divide. Are we clear, everyone? This I have also discussed in detail, but I am not going ahead and discussing now in detail because again it will be a lengthy thing. We have already discussed in the in detail video which is there. If you want, you guys can see that. Now here one amendment is there which I want to talk about. Everyone listen to me very carefully. Please listen carefully about this amendment. Everyone over here. It says place of supply in case of services in respect of advertisement sector. In case of advertisement, what will be the place of supply? There are many cases where there is a supply or sale of space or supply of rights to use the space on hoarding or structure, that is immovable property belonging to vendor to the client or advertisement company for display of their advertisement on the said hoarding or structure. What will be the place of supply of the by the vendor to the advertisement company? For an example, this is one advertisement company. Okay, everyone, I am one advertisement company. I went to one person. I told this hoarding belongs to you. You know, hoarding on the roadside will be there. I told this hoarding belongs to you. He told, "Ha, sir, this hoarding belongs to me." Hoardings will be always attached to the earth, or it will be attached to an immovable property. So hoardings are always what? Array, anything attached to the earth and anything attached to a building is always what? Immovable property. When this person gives this hoarding to this person, might be for 1 year. He told, "Okay, sir, I will give it to you for 1 year. You give me 10 lakh rupees. My question is, when hoardings are given, is it services in relation to immovable property? I gave my immovable property to you for use. Yes or no, everyone? Am I giving you advertisement service? No, no, no. I am just giving you my hoarding to use. You are an advertisement company. I am giving you what, everyone? Hoarding to use, or I am just giving you the space in the hoarding. People, tell me one thing. Hoardings are immovable property. Which rule will apply? I am in the state of Karnataka. Hoarding is in the state of Karnataka. You are in the state of Maharashtra. Location of supplier? Karnataka. What will be the place of supply? Karnataka, where the hoarding is there. What will I charge you? CGST and SGST. Remember one thing. It says supply of space on hoarding given by a vendor to advertisement company is grant of what? Right to use an immovable property. Hence section number 12(3) shall apply and place of supply will be where the hoarding is located. Is my point clear to all? Can I go ahead, everyone? Is my point clear? I'll ask you one more thing. This is one person. This is one advertisement company. I am the advertisement company. I told this person, people, listen, I am the advertisement company. This is one vendor. I told the vendor, see, you go search for a hoarding. In the hoarding, the advertisement which is to be done, I'll tell you. You get it printed, you do everything and do the advertisement for me for 1 year. My question over here, is he giving me any immovable property on rent or he is giving me advertisement services? When he is giving me advertisement services, am I central government? No. So whenever advertisement services are given to central government, then this is applicable. Otherwise, residual rule. Tell me one thing. What will happen if I am a registered person? He is in Karnataka, I am in Maharashtra. Location of supplier is Karnataka. Place of supply will be what? Maharashtra. What will he charge me? People, he is not giving me the hoarding now. What is he giving me? He is giving advertisement service. And in that scenario, section number 12(2) will apply. Is my point clear? See over here. There are many other cases where advertisement company wants to display its advertisement on hoarding at a specific location available with the availing the services of a vendor. The responsibility of arranging the hoarding billboard lies with the vendor who himself owns the structure or may take it on rent from someone. Might be you told me to do advertisement. I don't have a hoarding. Might be I will take the hoarding on rent from someone. Yes or no, everyone? And then I am giving the services of what? Advertisement to the advertisement company. Is my point clear to all? In that scenario, what will be applicable? If I have a hoarding, people, I have a hoarding, I gave it to you. Which section will be applicable? 12(3). If I gave advertisement service to you, then 12(2). See over here, where the vendor is responsible for display of advertisement, he is providing advertisement service to the advertisement company. Place of supply will be what? 12(2). General rule will apply. Are we all clear till here? In this chart, I don't think so. Section number 12, 14 should be asked to you. At final level also they don't ask, so I don't think they will ask you. But however, I have already explained it to you and in detail it is already there. Okay, everyone, you guys see it once. Other than this, in my opinion, 12(3) is very important. Section number 10(1) say 10(1) A, B, C, A, D, E is very, very important. They will ask you one question out of this. Okay? A, B, C, D, E, they will ask you one question. 12(3) is good question. 12(3). 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 are most important ones. They must ask anything out of this. People, this does not mean anything else will not come. I believe these are good ones to ask. 10, 3 to 10, 10. Sorry, 12, 3 to 12, 10 are good ones to ask. Other than this also anything can come, Baba. But these are some of them which you should be very attentive about. Are we all clear? People, I have tried my best to go ahead and explain you the complete place of supply. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please do question answers and we are done with the chapter. Congratulations everyone. Now, listen to me very carefully everyone. We are done with our complete discussion wherein we have gone ahead and covered all the chapters ka revision. People, I have done all the chapters ka revision. TDS, TCS, place of supply I have done little fast. If you want slow ka video is also available on the YouTube channel. Okay? I want you guys that before the exam, at least you should see the revision 3 to 5 times. 3 to 5 times. It is approximately 15 hours. It is approximately 15 hours ka revision which is there. I am very sure that in the month of April you can do at least 2 times. And one day before the exam also you can go ahead and do it once. Are we clear everyone? 3 times, 4 times is minimum which you should see. If you get more time, you see, no problem. Arey Baba, what is the problem? Night, aram se put the headphone. Keep listening to the revision, you will sleep faster. Are we clear? Rather than doing your scrolling of the phone, you listen to the advertisement, you listen to the class. I am teaching you advertisement now, so you listen to the revision, you will sleep faster. Are we clear everyone? Listen. Good students are those who will listen to the revision and practice question answer. How will you practice everyone? Write, compare, write, compare. Are we clear everyone? I have gone ahead and taught you the amendments also in the class. Along with the revision, I have gone ahead and taught you the amendments also. We have covered all the amendments in the class only. Other than this also, if you want, the amendment video is available on YouTube. You can see the detailed amendment video also. Right everyone? I have gone ahead and tried my heart and soul to go ahead and revise with you guys so that you guys enjoy it. Love you all. Take care. All the very best for your exam. Please write well everyone. Take care. Bye guys. People watching at home, I hope you enjoyed the revision. If you enjoyed it, do like the video and also share the video with your friends. Love you all. Take care. Bye guys.
Guys, 2 minutes.
Oh, we have a cake cutting. Okay, everyone. So, people who are sitting at home. Okay, you missed it. No problem. Chalo. Bye, guys. Take care. Love you all. Do comment and let me know if you enjoyed the revision. Bye. Tell.